Hello, everyone. So here's the plan for today. And let me tell you right now, this is a spoiler accepting stream for once because I've played through basically the entirety of the DLC. I say basically because I haven't done the Zera Aura mission, but I know what happens in it, so it's whatever. And for once, it was my own choice to see it, so that's pretty huge. Anyways, so here's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be getting attacked by a lot of Aggron and Laron. Why? Well, I'll show you once my game loads up. All right, so first of all, the most important thing is that I have Corbo's suit. And the second most important thing is that there's Cobalion. We're going to be shiny hunting Cobalion. If we take a gander at the top left corner of my screen, I know it's kind of small, but we can see that my little icons are like an attack power one, probably for like fairy moves or something. Some probably like mega charging power or mega conserving power, and I don't fucking know the last one. Either way, the point is there is no shiny power. I am once again charmless, although all the new missions have they've put me at level 50, so I'm in the danger zone. And I have in fact claimed the charm accidentally a couple of times, which is not great. Also, I know you can't hear it, but I can hear it. Let me turn my game sounds down. Bro, this is annoying as hell. Okay. Hello, Sherry dude. Welcome in. I hope you've been doing well. Anyway, so yeah, this is the plan for today. This is the place where we're going to be running back and forth. Why am I running back and forth here and not on the ice? Well, the idea is that I'm up here and I can look out a little further to see Cobalion from a little farther away instead of being on the ice where I would have to run out further, although I might be able to run back a little less because the fun thing about being in the wormholes is that you can't put down a pin, so I can't tell how far I'm walking away from it. Hence why I'm walking to the back of the bridge. I don't think I have to walk back this far, but I know for sure that when it spawns in, that when Cobalion spawns in, it spawns in facing different directions. Like I can see it fade in, so I'm like, okay, it's spawning in a new one. I hope it is. I've done about 1,000 encounters already. If you want to be specific, this encounter is encounter 1,150. So I'm not anywhere close to odds, and I've also been getting ridiculously good luck, like ridiculous. So I don't expect to get it today, but it'd be really cool. I've been doing great. Are you getting the other two shiny as well? Virizion, yes. Terrakion, no, because A, I hate Terrakion. I do not like it. I do not care for that critter. And two, I've already caught it, so I couldn't do it anyways. Because the story is, the special wormholes that you find that you can encounter legendaries in, which is the Swords of Justice, so this, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, and then Latios and Latios. You need to get, you see in the top right corner, it says 0 out of 25,000. You need to get 25,000 points from doing quests in the wormholes, and then you could do a special scan to get one of them. And there is a chance it will have something you want in it. And maybe the second or third one I found had Cobalion in it. I'm like, wow, great. I love Cobalion. It's my favorite one. But then I realized, wait a minute. I want to catch it in a cool ball. Preferably a moon ball, maybe a beast ball. I haven't made up my mind. And I had neither of them. So I'm like, oh, well, it didn't take that long to find. And I want to hunt shiny, and I want to get every legendary that isn't named Terrakion. So surely it wouldn't be that bad to go out, get those balls, come back. No. It took so fucking long. It took so long to find it again. Hopefully you won't have to do this again and again then. Anyways, so you saw me exit out there when my timer was still at 800. That is so that I will have enough time to run around the bend, run back, have enough time to capture it, to like deplete its health, capture it. Also, maybe so I can take pictures. All right. I think it would be cool. If I see any shiny Lucario, I will be mercilessly killing them. I do not care. I will feel a little bad, but meh, whatever. Oh yeah, wait, anyway, as I was saying before that, it took me so fucking long to find anything that wasn't a battle zone wormhole, which was so annoying. But no, wait, I got one, and I was like, okay, literally anything that isn't named Terrakion, I will shiny hunt. There is a 4 out of 5 chance this will not be a dud wormhole. And it was obviously Terrakion because I said that I caught it earlier. So I was like, okay, well, Terrakion's pissing me off extra, so I never want to see it again. Let me just catch it. And then a little while later, I found Cobalion, so I've been here. Which is why I haven't uploaded the video of me trying to get Ralts, because I can't leave and take a picture of an Alpha Ralts. Which also, I still haven't gotten it. Anyways, the DLC was good. I really liked it, but also I'm a big Darkrai fan, so I was yelling and cheering. Rare instance of Darkrai leg spottage. Nobody cares but me, I realize, but I cared. And yes, I know the constant Lairon and Aggron pop-ups are a little annoying. Trust me, you don't see them after a while. They're little buddies. Anyways, if you don't know what shiny Cobalion looks like, I mean, I can pull up a GIF if y'all really want it, but it's darker blue. Because this one is like a teal, it's more like a, funnily enough, cobalt blue. And its horns turn green. I'll see it. I'll notice it. And if not, well, I'll have time to notice it before I have to reset. It should be fine. The one bad thing about running back and forth here is that all the Aggron and Lairon are constantly aggroed on me. I was thinking orange for some reason. That would be cool, but no. Virizion turns pink. I'm like, that's kind of close. Keldeo has orange accents? No, it's blue. Anyway, this will be the second shiny Cobalion that I have. The first one is in Gen 5. I love this thing. It's the best one, so I'm glad that I found it. Although, the one that I wanted to shiny hunt the most was Latias. Because I remember I was in someone's chat when they were discussing, like, hey, data miners think that some legendaries might not be locked. And I'm like, huh? Because I think everyone was fully expecting all of them to be locked, just based on how they worked in Scarlet and Violet, but no. We can actually get these 5. And the Lotties surprised me. The Swords of Justice, not really, because they're kind of irrelevant, so why would they lock them? But the Lotties can Mega, even though their shiny Megas look hella ugly. But I also hate their Megas in general, so whatever. Whatever. It's fine. Anyways, let it be known, I have been saying for years, and I say this because I've heard other people say it more recently, is that Kalos feels scared to have its own identity. And this DLC reinforces my thoughts about that, because I understand that it focused a ton on the Hoenn legendaries, because obviously they needed a way to incorporate Groudon, Kyogre, and Razzlequaz. So like that all, I expected that. Why the hell is the main, the other primary mythical that we're dealing with, why is it Darkrai? I'm not complaining because I'm a Darkrai lover, but at the same time I am complaining because, because what? Xerneas and Yveltal get nothing, but Darkrai has a Mega now? And some really cool story and a really cool song and the cool cutscenes? Like, why? I don't get it. And then you have, oh my god, poor Volcanion. Oh my god. So you actually do get it in a side quest, but the whole side quest, you talk to Mabel and she's like, oh, we have this thing in a hacked Pokeball. You're gonna have to fight it. And then you fight it in a black void. Why? Why? They couldn't even give it a room? They hate that thing for real. Like, why does Heatran get a Mega, but not Volcanion? Yeah, I'm mad about it. And then when you get Hoopa, it's just it doesn't even get a rogue type battle. It's just in the in the hyperspace hole, just sitting there. And it's really squishy. It was strange decisions. Once again, feeling like they're taking a lot of their substance from other regions, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think, as much as I like Darkrai, I think they could have did what they did in Legends Arceus, make a new legendary that's Colossian. Cause, fun fact, Kalos is one of the only regions that doesn't have like a sub set of legendaries. Well, Gen 1 kind of doesn't count, but I'm talking about like, oh, how Gen 2, you know, you have the box legendaries, but you also have the legendary beasts. In Gen 3, you have the Reggies. In Gen 4, you have the Lake Spirits and also the other ones. In Gen 5, you got the Swords of Justice. Gen 6, nothing. Nothing, because that gen is heavily underbaked. And then the other one is Generation 8. Because in 7, you have the Island Guardians. And then in 9, you have the Treasures of Ruin. So, like, what the heck, you know? What the heck? They could have... if I had a nickel for every dream legendary there was, I'd have... I don't know how many nickels. I did feel like a fake Darkrai fan, though, because when they were talking about dreams, I'm like, what dream Pokemon are there? I don't know, other than, like, Musharna. I couldn't remember. Other than Cresselia? It's so weird that Darkrai's in this game and not Cresselia. It's also so weird that Deoxys isn't here. Where is my baby Deoxys? Cresselia? Yeah. Because Cresselia and Darkrai have had this duo thing forever. Where Darkrai brings in bad dreams, and then Cresselia wards them off, and you can get a wing from Cresselia, the Lunar Wing, which does the same thing. So they've always been... They've had a thing. So to me, it'd be like if you had Regirock in a game and not Registeel and Regice. Like, what the heck? Although it is a little weird that it is a cross mythical / legendary duo. Because Cress isn't a mythical. Even though the distinction is frankly kind of stupid. Whatever. Anyways, other than those gripes, I still really like the DLC. I like the variety of the wormholes. I like how it makes it easier to soft reset things, especially because I'm on a Switch 1, so the loads are longer. Because if we take a little gander at my party, which, first of all, yes, I did keep the story Absol. I became attached to her. Her name is Constance. I got a Staraptor and I got a Tatsugiri. Oh, I was so excited. But yeah, it was pretty easy to get Tatsugiri and Starly, in no small part because I got insanely lucky. But it was really easy to spook off groups of like 6, and then you save really close to when they respawn, and then you could just get encounters of 6 at a time. Of course, it helped that I got Starly in like 150 encounters and Tatsugiri in about 500 encounters. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, what the fuck do you mean that I'm like, oh, why are all the ugly Gen 9 Pokemon in here? Why can't there be cute things like Tatsugiri? Even though I know damn well Tatsugiri's never getting a Mega. Don't listen to me ever because I'm always wrong about things. Why the fuck does the best Gen 9 Pokemon ever, Tatsugiri, have a Mega, and it's so good. It's so good. If Tatsugiri is so good, why aren't there 3 of them? I love it so much. I was so excited. Oh, it was also 3 a.m., so I was extra susceptible. Peak. It's probably my favorite new mega, although honestly, I don't dislike any of them. The only one that I'm close to disliking would be Galissapod, simply because when I first saw it, I couldn't tell the difference. Also, let it be known, I was correct. There is a Mega Goler. I told you there was gonna be, and there was. And it's pretty good. Mm. Anyway, I was also really happy because the Tatsugiri spawners, they also spawned Dondozo. And also, even though I really like Tatsugiri, I didn't want the yellow one because I don't like the yellow one shiny. And if anything, I would want the orange one shiny because I like how it looks saucy. Like it has sauce. And I got the orange one, as we can see. So that was really cool. And then also I had a little bit of fun playing around with like alpha power, which I'm sure the numbers are out now because I know the shiny powers are out now. But yeah, the first thing I wanted to do was get alpha Mimikyu. I don't really know why. Just cuz. Oh yeah, it was because I had a Ghost Power 3, Alpha Power 3 sandwich donut. They're basically the same. Except the donuts actually look tasty, unlike the sandwiches, whatever. Yeah. I got that, and it felt like it took hours. You know, oh, method hunters when their thing doesn't show up in 30 minutes. Yep, I said it. I feel like I'm not counting correctly. Whatever. I eventually got it, and then I um oh my god, my thing, you're annoying me, you're annoying me. Ah, surely this time. Oh, don't worry, the odds are still 1 in 4096. I don't expect to get it. The thing that surprises me is that I haven't seen a Riolu or a Lucario. But it's also good because it means I don't have to kill it. Because if I catch it, it'll autosave. So I'm not catching it, which is less time to run back and forth, so less cobalion spawns per reset. And I would prefer maximum cobalion encounters. Anyway, wait. After I got the Mimikyu, I hunted for I hunted for Alpha Charcadet. And it was funny because I thought, well, I want to hunt this full odds, but not Alpha full odds. So I used Alpha Power 3, but I used Ground Shiny Power 3 just because I had it. Because I figured, oh, well, Charcadet's not a ground type. It won't be affected by Shining Power. If it is somehow, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Anyways, so I spawn in and I see the quest, catch a shiny Pokemon, and I'm like, huh? Oh, yeah, because Numel also spawned in the wormhole. Which means that, of course, my guaranteed shiny from the Shining Power 3 was an Alpha Numel, which I thought was kind of silly. And so I find a really good spot for Charcadet. Slay can spawn 6 at a time. And then I get one after maybe 350 encounters, which is crazy. But I'm like, okay, my great luck is just continuing. But it wasn't an alpha, so I reset over it. And then I got the alpha Charcadet like 150 encounters later. Which is why I'm like, does the shiny power actually work? Because that's crazy. All of my hunts, sans that Mimikyu and now this Cobalion, have been giga under odds. Which I suppose that's making up for how bad my Fennekin hunt was, and my Carbink hunt was, and my Alpha Dratini hunt was. That's definitely how statistics work. Don't kill me, I just want to drink my eggnog. I have eggnog. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Wait, Christmas is just a week away. Christmas, just a week away. I hope everyone is doing nice things for the holidays, even if you do not celebrate. I need to figure out interesting things to cook. Things that I would like to eat. And if other people want to share them with me, then they can. Need to go out and buy gifts. You haven't bought your gifts? Tisk tisk. I already had it taken care of. Because now it's my tradition to ask people in November. And I like how I don't have to guess. I just ask, what do you want? And then I get an answer. And then I get it. And I don't have to worry about it. Because I hate guessing what gifts people want. Paycheck, you know, fair enough. Hello, Hex Maniac Venora. I like your name. Wait, speaking of Hex, how the hell are they gonna bring up the ghost girl in the one hotel, but then we never see her? Sorry, that might be a spoiler. But this is a spoiler friendly stream. Because if I get to see everything, I want to talk about it. So that means, sorry, I was thinking about the quest that you get it from. And if you don't want to hear about it, I guess close your ears. But at this point, there's only like 2 mythicals that exist in the series that can't be gotten repeatedly. And that's Victini. Oh, wait, 3. Victini. Wait, Genesect is in this game. I haven't done that quest either. I started it, but I don't have any Mega Shards. You can't get Victini. You can't get Zarude. I think those are the only ones. Manaphy? No, you can get Manaphy. See, because you could transfer one up from Gen 4, from like the Ranger games. Or there was a... Okay, well, the BDSP event was limited time. And also you can get it in PLA. That's what I meant. You can get them unlimitedly in PLA. As same with Shaman, Darkrai, and Arceus. Because, like, you can get Mew and Jirachi and BDSP, Celebi's and Crystal Virtual Console. Deoxys isn't Oraz. The Gen 4 ones are all in PLA. Can't get Victini. Meloetta is in Scarlet Violet. Keldeo is in this game and also in Swish. You can get all the Gen 6 ones. You can get all the Gen 7 ones in this game as well. Nobody gives a fuck about Zarude. And then you can just get Petrarunt right now. You can get all of them, except for 2. Why is Genesect here? Why is Genesect here? Why can't I get it in red? That's the bigger question. Why can I not get it in red? I want it in red. Has Genesect ever been available red? Don't say Pokemon Go doesn't count. I want it red. But more importantly, when the fuck am I going to be able to get white Victini? Huh? When? I want it. That's my grail. It's shiny locked? Yeah, of course it's shiny locked. They hate us. What a ripoff? That's what I'm saying. They release official guides how to shiny hunt, but then they lock most of the coolest stuff. Why? Imagine this is like the only opportunity you have to get a shiny Volcanion. I know that they hate that thing, but come on. Come on, please. I'm begging. So they could do the funniest thing ever and make it the home reward for Dex completion. Wait, on Dex completion, does anyone know where you find Galarian Farfetch'd? Please. Where is it? Because the other ones like Rotom, Frigibax, who cares? Gimmighoul, Ugly, who cares? I assume that they're in the 5 stars. Where the fuck is regular Galarian Farfetch'd? I've not seen it a single time, and I need it for my Dex. I'll take it to my grave, parentheses, I have no idea. No, I remember looking it up, and it said it was in 2 stars, but I've never seen one. And I feel like I've seen all the rare spawns, like Alolan Raichu and Tatsugiri, which, funnily enough, that one was extremely hard to find the wormhole. It took longer to find the wormhole than it did for me to get the fish. Why? I don't understand. Alright. Next one. Meow. I don't know. It's just annoying how mythicals used to be huntable, but ever since Gen 5 we can't. And then they never distribute them, so what's even the point of shiny locking them if we can't have them regardless? Huh? Dumb. Which is why the fact that Arceus is not locked in BDSP is so astounding to me. Because while the Arceus event is technically in base Diamond and Pearl, it's not obtainable legitimately. So it feels like they very easily could have locked it. They probably would have. But probably since it was such a faithful remake, I'm putting that in air quotes, they just yoinked the code and officially distributed the item this time. I don't know, it's so weird. It's like the only time in the post Gen 6, I think, that a mythical has been huntable in game. Which, keep in mind, I think Black and White was released in 2011. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's just so stupid. And you know what? Since Northern Desert is playing, Mystery Dungeon also doesn't count because I know you can get Pink Celebi in Super, but who the fuck likes Super? I know people like Super Mystery Dungeon. I know. I'm rage baiting. But you can't, okay, I get why you can't get her in Explorers because the timeline, but come on. That's the one that I care about. If she can time travel, then she can time travel to visit me, right? That's what I think. Okay, maybe I have been counting this correctly because I'm up at least 100 encounters. I'm hoping that maybe we can get to like 2K or so today, even though I think it's not very likely. I'd like to at least see one shiny. I know I'm cursed and I never see shinies on stream. Why did I reset? Whatever. It sucks because, oh wait, I wanted to turn on my lights. You won't be able to see it, but I will. Yay! My lights! Right. This week has been so weird. It's felt so productive and yet so unproductive. Oh yeah, I mentioned it last time, but I got a 1,000-piece puzzle and I've been locked in. I've been puzzling, even though I don't know the puzzle strat, so I'm not terribly good at it. But I have maybe 40% of it done. I wanted to do more, but we had leftover pork shoulder, and I was like, okay, I need to do something with this before it goes bad. So I spent hours cooking, and I hate every single recipe ever because they lie to me on, I know that's not it. All right. They lie to me on how long things take to cook. It does not take 15 minutes to do all this stuff. I don't understand what they lie. Why they lie. Like, what's the point of saying, oh yeah, it'll take like 3 minutes for onions on this temperature to soften? No, the fuck it won't. It'll take at least 5, realistically like 7 to 10. But anyway, it's super fun having to cut up raw meat. Well, first of all, in general, I hate it. But it's even more fun when you don't have food prep gloves and you have to use Ziploc bags on your hands. And also my hands was cramping like the entire time. My hand felt numb at the end. Oh, I usually do the border then center strategy with puzzles. Also, yes, the directions lie. No, see, But like more than that, because I did the border first, but then I think, okay, well, let me try and get like certain pieces or certain sections that look easy to do. Because the one that I have, it has like a anthro frog, like a frog with a crown on it. It's very cute. Um, but I'm like, okay, so the jacket of this frog is basically just flat green. So let me pick up all the flat green pieces and do that. But then I'm left with all these pieces and I have no idea where on the board they would go. So I'm just stuck trial and erroring things that I think would go together. It's like there has to be a better way. Hmm. Anyways, they say it takes 15 minutes to cook everything. Meanwhile, it takes me 15 minutes to cut up a single onion because I have to walk away from it every 5 seconds because I can't see. Get get food prep gloves. Don't use Ziploc bags. It's awful. It's terrible. Also, somehow I cut my finger. Not sure how that happened. But when I was cleaning up, I noticed my finger was bleeding. Like, oh, how did I not feel that? Great question. Don't know. But it's okay. Anyway, it tasted good. And unlike last week when I made the same thing, I used a different type of pasta. Oh yeah, because what I made was a ragu, and last week I used like these thick, like kind of flat noodles, and it was fine. But this time I used spirally noodles, and I like spirally noodles. Oh, speaking of noodles, what's everyone's least favorite? I only ask because I commented earlier, I don't like penne. I saw the penne and I was like, ew, penne. I don't even know why I'm a penne hater. I just kind of am. But it was good. The only bad part is that there's like no leftovers. Sad face. If you like rigatoni, you're lying. Which one's that? Okay, I'll be completely honest. I don't know a lot of the names. They blend together. Meow meow. Okay, this is really loud in my ear. Oh, that's why. Because my volume wasn't on one. So it's too loud. Look at all these cobalions. Oh, it's gonna be such a nice day in like 10 years when in some random ass side mode they have Zacian and Zamazenta and I can finally get a blue Zamazenta. Or Zacian, sorry. Disgusting. Oh, it's the tubes. Are they smooth? The smooth tubes? Yeah, I don't particularly care for those either. Tubes, tube types are okay. Not my fave. But then I think about like baked ziti, and ziti is also a tube. And I'm like, I like that one. That one's good. I mean, the textured one is slightly better. Isn't textured rigatoni? Would that not just be penne? Not really a pasta person? That's totally fair. I just had wait, not a pasta person, but you had baked ziti. What now? No, it's fine. I knew that we had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I have the exact amount of stuff to make this ragu last week that I made last week, and it'll be easy and people will like it, so I might as well. Also, it was so that we didn't waste a bunch of carrots, because of course, the store near us never sells just like carrots. It's always baby carrots, or you're buying like 30 carrots at a time. I can't use that many carrots. Please. I don't even like them that much. Oh, you don't have really have a pasta that you hate. Okay, okay. I thought it was more so like knowing people who don't like bread at all, which is fair enough. I just think you gotta be a hater of things sometimes, even if it doesn't make sense. To have love in your heart, you have to have hate in your heart. Oh, I usually do the baby carrots for curry, just chop a bunch in a line and add it to the pot. I don't like I don't like cutting up baby carrots. It's really annoying. And also they're sold in like these big bags, and I can never use up a big bag of carrots because I'm not eating that many carrots. And none of us really like carrots that much, so we're just wasting a bunch of carrots. And I hate wasting food. It makes my skin crawl. Even if it's dubiously bad, I'll still be like, but what if? Which is not good. Don't eat food that might be bad. Okay? No cobalion? No bitches? This is just gonna be payback for my Gen 5 cobalion beaten gotten in 86. 86 encounters. I peaked then. I peaked earlier this year. Wait, then what the hell am I gonna name this one? Because that one's named chiffon, like chiffon cake, or maybe it was chiffon the fabric. Why are they named after the same like deal? Is chiffon cake named after the fabric? Either way, do I also name this one after a cake? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh well, I just made like angel food cake. Do I name it Angel? Wait, no, that's the name of the Dragonair in my Pokewalker. No, that's the same name, just spelled a little different. I'm not doing that. It sucks having a lot of food names in my brain because I just think about food names, and the chances are I've probably already used it. Like a basic one, like cinnamon. Nope, can't use that. That's my ho-oh. Um, what else? What else? Cherry, can't do that. That's my Samurott. Lemonade, I have a Volcarona named Lemonade. I don't want repeat names. But I don't remember what I name all my things. I just remember the notable ones. So Cherry will forever be that one Samurott. Just like how Yaoi will forever be that one Darkrai. Oh my god, it was so fun. Because, like, Darkrai is the thing last year after I was super burnt out on ribbon hunting because fuck the Gen 4 Battle Tower. It was what got me back into shiny hunting. And what do you know? Darkrai back in the spotlight again, as it deserves. Also, once again, I must emphasize rare, uncommon. I don't know when the last time this has happened in, other than the movie. Darkrai leg appearance. Huge. It might happen in PLA, but who plays that game? Okay, my sounds are on a little bit. Ah! My tally count app. The one annoying thing about tally count app is that when I exit and re-enter it, it goes to the most recent counter I did, which in my case is one that okay, so I tried to puzzle at the same time as doing soft resets for type null in Sun, and it didn't really work out that well. But I tried because I thought, oh well, I can put together the puzzle pieces with one hand and then just press the A button a bunch with my other hand. It doesn't work out that well when you gotta press the trigger buttons to reset whatever. I'm almost at odds with that one too. Surely I get it this year, even though this year is almost over. That's crazy to think about. The passage of time is not real. Wait. Sorry, I can hear the Laron screaming and you can't. I choose to ignore it. If I could ignore it, I would, but I'm constantly haunted. It's really fun. Anyway, Laron has Lugia's cry. That's what I was trying to say because I keep hearing it. It sounds very close to Lugia. No cobalion? I wish I had a metric to give you for about how many I see per reset. I think it's realistically like 16, 17-ish. It's enough. Well, not enough. I hope the other ones are a little easier. Well, I know what you do for Latios, and I think that one's going to be a little annoying because it's basically just a soft reset, but then of course, I have to wait for the loading screen and then I got to click, and then there's another loading screen and then I go up the elevator and then I reset. I'm hoping Verizion and Latios will be nicer than this. I'll be able to see him from far away. And then I can leave and I can take a picture for a thumbnail and instead of scribbling something in MS Paint, which I did think about doing, but I was too busy cooking. I was too busy standing up for so long that my back hurts, and that sucks. Combined with the fact that I did a lot of cleaning over the past couple days, so standing in weird posture, yeah, my back really hurts. Whatever. At least I don't gotta sit on the floor anymore to wrap more presents, unless I'm asked to, in which I'll say, okay, fine. Or I can make it worse because I just remembered that my brother wanted to go to like a craft store to look at frames. And I was like, hey, if you do end up going, can I tag along? Because I also want to go. And he was thinking about doing that tomorrow, so I might tag along. Because what I want is more yarn. Because if we recall way into the way past, I was crocheting a big blanket, but I ran out of gray yarn, and I still don't have that gray yarn. But I figured I could get some, and then I could actually finish it. Because I don't know if any of my fellow crafters and artists relate. Okay, that's a lie. I know you do. Really having really awful crafting posture. I don't know how it happens or why it happens, but I will sit in such a way that is absolutely back destroying. Which obviously, yeah, don't do that. Have better posture. It happens without me realizing it. I guess I could also look for cute beads because I've been thinking for months about doing candy, like candy with a K, like the bead bracelets, looking for cute little star beads. I want cute beads. I want cute bracelets that I can put on and shake around, and then they go shh, 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 shh. I like them. It just does. Grr. Back, stop hurting. I'm not that old yet. Wait. Oh yeah. I guess I haven't seen one other mega that isn't Zero Aura. But I'll be honest, I thought people were saying that it wasn't released in the game yet. But then I keep seeing things about it. And it was also one of the things that I was spoiled on. So I wasn't particularly surprised when I saw it. But let me just say, I'm glad that Garchomp has a mega that doesn't suck ass and is really ugly now. It didn't deserve its ugly, stupid looking mega. Oh, sorry. I see in the corner of my eye every single time a Seribot annihilates a bot. It's in gray text. Z form looks a bit better. It doesn't look like shit, so it looks better. The bar's in hell with Mega Garchomp. I hate Mega Garchomp. But then it balances out because I don't know if I like Absol normal or Absol Z more. I mean, I have a bit of attachment to Z because it's the one that I used on my team. But I don't know. The claw is a little odd. Anyway, usually when Seribot deletes something, I see two messages. They're like, deleted by moderator, name spam detected. But this one is a new blocked term, best viewers. But the E has an underscore on it. Not sure how that works. It's so weird how they hyped up Z evolution, but then you don't even get Lucario until you roll credits. And I don't even know how you get Garchomp. Is Garchomp even in the game? Is it a side quest? I don't have that side. I've done all the side quests. Where is it? Is this a leak? Am I discussing leaks? I don't know. But then I guess people could mod things in. Oh well. It's so strange. The only one that you can use in your playthrough is Absol, which isn't bad. It's just again weird. Anyway, the one that actually deserves a Mega Z is Heracross because that thing is an abomination. How dare you do that to my baby Heracross? They need to give one to Tyranitar, Mega Tyranitar, ugly as hell. Who else? Scizor. Sorry, I'm an old Mega hater. I waited so long for Megas to be brought back only to look back being like, damn, I don't like most of them. But the ones that were good were good. They can't all be Mega Mawile. Can you find Pidgeys in the wormholes? I'm asking because I thought about if it would be fun to try and get the Alpha Pidgey in 1. I love Gengar's, not biased or anything. No, Gengar's is really sick. That one's a classic. They can all be Mega Beedrill. True. Yeah, I think my favorites out of the classics would definitely be Pidgeot or Mawile. But they can't all be Pidgeot or Mawile. I'm still sad there's no Mega Talonflame. What do you mean Staraptor got one? Ignore the one on my team and the fact that I really love Staraptor. Why the hell did Talonflame not get anything? At least Meowstic got something. I was very excited for that. Even though I did accidentally spoil myself on it. But I saw the name of it, but I didn't see what it looked like, so I saw what it looked like. Does anyone know? Oh my god, what is that series called? Garten of Banban? It looks like the fucking Jester guy. I love Mega Meowstic, but it was the first thing I thought. Megastaraptor's peak. Megastaraptor is so scary. I love it. Yeah, the first thing I did after I ended stream last week was I shiny hunted a Starly because I said I need this. I need this thing on my team now. They don't understand how much I love Staraptor. Sorry, I'm basic. I know. And I saw so many people being haters. Man, I get Staraptor is kind of a basic fave, but it's cool. More like Basg. Huh? I forgot my base was a fish. Just a chill, edgy bird. It's so. Why did that one look so tiny? It's so edgy. I love it. And oh my, it was so funny because it kind of ended up being my ace because it was just so fun to Mega Evolve it and launch off like a fly. And then you just see the shadow slowly growing and everything gets deleted. Or a close combat. Whatever, go my close combat. Everything, nothing lives that. And thank you for the follow. Okay, need to pause. Readjusting. Yeah, I think I like all of the. I said earlier, I think I like all of the megas they introduced in the DLC. And the only one that's like, is Galissapod, because I couldn't really tell the difference at first. Even though it is really cool, and I did think it would exist. But just looking at something like Crabominable next to it, where the change is very significant, it's like, whoa. Okay. Why did this one change so drastically and the other didn't? And there's so much Gen 9, which is so exciting, even though they did pick a lot of the ugly ones. I'll concede Mega Scovillain is cool. It just pisses me off because Scovillain has the biggest middle evolution syndrome ever. It reeks of middle evolution. And now it's never gonna evolve and it's just gonna be ugly forever. I'm sorry, Scovillain fans. But then they pick like Glamora. Hello, that's so sick. I love Glamora. Of course, obviously, I'm biased. When I saw Tatsugiri, I was screaming at 3 a.m. His stats are so mid. Are they? That's really funny, if so. Then you get Ugly Capsicid and it evolves into Ugly Scovillain, and you're like, okay, well, maybe it'll evolve into something cool. Oh wait, I had to use a Firestone to evolve my Capsicid. It won't evolve again. Great. Scovillain, I see. See, I don't know its stats because I've never used one, because I don't like it. So, is Mega Scovillain at least any good? Yeah, because the whole thing with me thinking Tatsugiri would never get a Mega was the fact that because it has the whole relationship with Dondozo, its whole thing is that it gets eaten by a bigger fish. So I'm like, well, they wouldn't give it a Mega where it's not, or where it's doing its own thing. And so, in return, because it's never really on field, it has no field presence, its stats are like, okay. Unless they're actually really good and I'm just completely misremembering. Which I guess is more justification for it getting something. Anyway, the fact that there's so much Gen 9 representation is even funnier when you think that the only Gen 8 Mega is Phalanx. Like, hello? Even they know that that generation sucks. No, I'm kidding. Gen 8 Dex it's okay. It's a solid okay to good. Because there's a lot of stinkers, but there's a lot of really good ones. They can't all be Applin. You have to have some Inteleon. You have to have some Thievals. You have to have some Grimmsnarls. I mean, Water Dragon typing carries it, I guess, but not if its stats are bad. But even if its stats are bad, I still used it. I love this little thing. I would send it out so it would walk with me, but as you can see, maybe next time we can go out on the ice and we could have things following us. Just see how it feels. Thievel, bad design? I hate Thievel. I despise it. I hate its stupid little mustache. I want to pluck it off. It's even worse because I love Nickit. Nickit is so cute. And then when my Nickit evolved into Thievel in my Pokemon Sword, I was so sad. Don't cry. Don't cry because I have a good taste. No, I'm kidding. You can like Thievel, but I hate Thievel. I want a big shiny Nickit. Cute little eyeshadow fox. Craziest winged eyeliner you've ever seen. And then it's just, scary. Oh wait, yeah, with the Scovillain thing, the thing that I wanted to say is it is the most middle evolution syndrome Pokemon other than Heliolisk, which is the other one. Because Heliolisk looks like it should evolve. It doesn't. It's just mid forever. And so I hate it. I hate it because it was on my team and I wanted it to be cool and then it just didn't evolve. I keep on pausing and looking at them even though I see that their horns are yellow and the horns are not yellow on the shiny. Which of course means I'm going to see a shiny dog. Bark, bark, woof. If I have to kill an Alpha Lucario, it would be a little funny, but only a little. God, they're so mean to me. If my Carbink wasn't incredibly weak to steel, it would be following me around. Carbink was surprisingly goated. Shout out Carbink. I now like this thing. Oh yeah, and I finally got my love balls, so I caught Diancie. Huge. And then I spent maybe an hour or so trying to catch Mewtwo in a friend ball, and I don't know why. I don't even really care for Mewtwo that much. But I have one in a friend ball. Even when I intentionally caught Groudon and Kyogre in balls that I thought didn't match because I don't respect them. And I caught Razzlequaz in a love ball because of because it was supposed to be Ansha's gift to her mom. Even though we're keeping it for now, and for now it's forever practically. What the hell is Ansha gonna think? Oh, do the Lucario aggro on me? Anyway, here's fish. Look at my fish. Yeah, see here I gotta walk way farther. I just catch legendaries and Pokeballs. You do you. If I don't like them, I catch them in whatever ball is most effective. And if not, I catch them in a matching one. Oh yeah, fun fact. You can't name a Pokemon pronoun. I don't know why, but I tried naming my Xerneas pronoun and I couldn't do it. So its name is pro-nouns. And my evaltal is adverbs. Yeah, that was a little eyebrow raising. I'm like, my little hopping fish. I'm justifying it saying that they didn't want anyone making fun of queer people. But I'm like, that is a decision that I do not agree with. Because I think you can name your Pokemon gay. I know. I have a mousehold in Scarlet and Violet named Gay Mice. Those mice are gay. Good for them. All right, I'm not sure if I like this better. So what are we having Mega Tatsugiri for dinner? Never. Leave my little fishy alone. But look at how cute he is. I even caught him in a dream ball because I like that ball and I like this fish and I got my favorite color of it. Also, I just don't like eating fish, so never. I'll protect you, baby. It's okay, but no, the in-lore implications of that interaction with Karina, her going, this was difficult because I was really hungry. What do you mean you were hungry? What fish Pokemon are edible? What was the sushi that was in that one side quest? What was it made of? Like, I know that Cloths, like, drop their claws. Veluza, I think, also drop their flesh, which is weird, but whatever. What other fish are we eating? Make a Tatsugiri roll with wasabi? No! And why would you put wasabi on it? Wasabi's so gross. Magikarp, maybe? But I feel like in lore, confirmation of killing and eating pocket monsters is like, no, no, we don't do that. That's why they're like, oh, the Pokemon that are edible, they drop their flesh. Every fish Pokemon is edible? Yeah, every Pokemon is edible, but do they eat them? Practically, yes. But realistically, in-game depictions, I think they try and avoid it. Like, even in Gen 2, you have the whole thing with Slowpoke tails. And, I don't know, my interpretation of that is that they're cutting off Slowpoke tails before they just naturally fall off, because then they just do shed their tails on occasion, like a salamander or something. But they're going around slicing off tails, which is like, okay, you can't be doing that. Don't do that. We'll agree to disagree on the wasabi question before it gets out of hand. I'm sorry, it just tastes really bitter to me. And I don't like things that are really bitter. Because it's all I can taste. Oh yeah, wait. Interesting thing that happened. So last week on Friday, it was my mom's birthday, so we went out to celebrate on Saturday. And we went to this place, and they handed us like little things of sparkling wine. And this was already a little surprising to me because once again, baby face. People think I look 16. And so I'm like, huh, interesting. And then I see the gears turning in the guy's head. I'm like, oh boy. I think I forgot to bring my ID. I think I forgot. And then he's like, wait a minute. Are you over 21? And I say, yeah, I am. Insert age. I'm well over the age of 21. And then he just accepted it. That was the part that surprised me, that he accepted it. I assume he accepted it because if my folks were like, no, don't listen to his lying ass, then obviously don't listen to me, bud. All right. And you know what? I didn't even drink it because I didn't like it. Me, when I get handed alcohol and I try it knowing damn well I'm not going to like it, and then I don't like it. What did I think was going to happen? I just taste the alcohol. It just doesn't taste very good. It's so sad though, because I drink it and it's fizzy. And I'm like, ooh, it's like fizzy apple cider. Oh God. Gross. May as well have the palate of a 16-year-old. God damn. Okay, speaking of which, I'm drinking water. And so should you. So I'm not only drinking my eggnog. And it's so sad. I'm the only one drinking it, and I didn't even make it. Because I was a little ambitious with the cooking projects for my mom. Because things always take way longer than I thought they would. And I did not have any assistance. But the best part is that I have eggnog. Shout out Christmas for this one thing. I mean, I usually ask everyone their birthdays instead of making them pull out their IDs every time unless they are baby faces. Okay, first of all, ad breaks start soon. Second of all, assuming you're some sort of person that serves alcohol as a part of your job, do you not have to see someone's ID as confirmation? Or is it just the idea that if someone's lying on about their birthday, that they would like stutter or something? Because every time I think about that, I think about this one interaction I had when I was trying to get a passport. And, I fill all the information out to what I think is correctly. It's all going through, oh, hey, you need additional paperwork to change your gender marker. And I go, no, the policy recently changed. I don't have to do that anymore, whatever. That's not the case anymore. because God forbid you're trans. Um, but then, but then, you get asked, okay, so is everything you've written on these papers correct? And I'm like, yes, because my thought is, well, I wrote everything down correctly to the best of my knowledge, but if I misspelled something, I'm sorry. I could have misspelled something. And obviously, I got a weird look because what do you mean questioningly? And I'm like, maybe I spelled something wrong, in which case it would be incorrect. But to my knowledge, yes, everything's correct. And then also, I stuttered on my birthday because I had to think about it. Like, sorry, I forgot. Sorry, I got bad memory. I wish it wasn't that way. Which is one reason why it's nice to ask people what they want for the holidays before holiday season. Because then they have time to think about it and report back to you before you have to scramble and do it. And you're like, oh shit, I forgot about holiday shopping. Oh my God. And then you don't have to go to like a mall, and then there's a ton of people there and it's really stressful and the parking is ass. Ugh, hate it. The one nice thing about online shopping, at least, is that there's a lot of sales. I felt a little bad because I had compiled and then I sent a list. But then I said personally to my mom, because she was who's there, I'm like, hey, not to persuade you, but the sale on this thing is crazy and it is ending soon. Just so you know. Because if you can save money, I want you to save money. But I don't want to persuade you. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, if this thing is 50% off, I'm gonna fucking tell you, okay? So that you're like, oh wow, yeah, that is very substantial. And then I got into a big thing explaining the difference between fake and real cartridges. Oh brother. Amazon Prime is so weird to me. I say this because I heard other people talking about it. And it's the 1 day shipping thing that kills me, because what do you mean you can't wait like a week? I don't know. For me, having getting used to figures getting shipped to me in like 4 months. What do you mean you can't wait a week? It's not that bad. But if for some reason you do happen to have an Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch account, which gives you a free Prime sub, which you can use on anyone of your choosing, which you should definitely do to someone, because then you're just leaving money on the table. Don't waste money. May as well. But I have lived so long without using Amazon that just the idea of using it is like, why? And I know a ton of companies kind of only or will additionally operate through Amazon, but it feels so easy just to like look something up outside of it and just go to the actual website. Oh, thank goodness for the little text box that pops up that, oh, the distortion is closing, because otherwise my ass is not paying attention. I'm only looking for blue. I am once again drinking my plant water. Oh, I even tried to do the responsible thing the other day by putting the outlet cover on the outlet where my plant light is plugged into, but I couldn't get it in because I think it like screws in, but the sticky outy bits that you actually plug into anyways, they were blocking it. How the fuck do I get it in? And I don't want to, obviously I'm not trying to electrocute myself, so I didn't push it. I'd rather go out anyways. I want to see the products in my hand and whatnot. That too. But there are certain things that you can't really do that, or things where it's like, okay, I have no idea where I would find this. I don't know. For me specifically, I get a fair amount of emails from like artist related sites or like owned by artists, and that's just something that I couldn't see IRL. But I know I like their stuff because I've gotten it before. I'm like, wow, a plushie that you could put a heating pad in? That's like literally made for me. Wow, I want one. And it smells yummy. Wow, not like I could smell it anyway, but sounds great. I thought so badly about trying to light my candle, my little pumpkin candle. But then I thought that that would be a horrendous idea because I put the dried flower lights up the other day. I'm like, I would really rather not risk a fire. You know, I'm not trying to set all my stuff on fire, even though I know in my brain it would be safe. I'm scared about fires. Every time I go out for an extended period of time, I think about my plant light catching on fire, even though literally it's been left going unattended forever and it's never had any problems. Also, if you're online shopping, look at the 2-star reviews. The 2 or 3-star reviews. Yeah, maybe not. But I want to know what it smells like. Anyways, look at the 2 and 3-star reviews because I feel like a lot of the 1-star reviews are just like, oh, I never got my item, or I didn't read what the product specifications were. But then the mid ones or the mid-low ones will actually tell you what's wrong with it. Of course, some of the 1-star ones will, but it feels more like people complaining. Not terribly productive. All it takes is one time. Yeah, all it takes is one time, which is why I'm scared about it. All my freaking plants. Oh yeah, I finally opened up this one thing that I got at a at a botanical garden a year or two ago, like a tree growing kit. So I got a tree in my fridge now because it's supposed to cold shock the seeds, and then when you take it out, it's supposed to trick it into thinking, "Oh, it's growing season. I gotta grow now." The germination process is a little strange. Oh, that one didn't feel like it took very long. We go again. And if anyone's wondering, the current count is 1,342. So I've done more than 200 encounters so far. Not sure I can get to 1,000 before I end stream, or to 2,000. But we'll see. I'm also definitely not counting all of them. Stop hiccuping. Even having the battery pack for my lights on my desk where I can reach it is a little stressful because what if I accidentally spill water on it, which will definitely happen sooner or later. The answer is realistically that it would be fine. And thank you for the follow. But what if, man, it sucks being scared of everything happening, of catastrophizing everything. I don't know what the actual word is, but you get it. But what are you gonna do? Wait, maybe with the minimal lighting, in theory, if I got tripod to film DS screen, that I wouldn't have to turn on my overhead lights, which give me a headache. And also, never get a light that connects to Bluetooth. Never get smart devices at all, period. But especially not lights, because when this one disconnects, it starts flashing. Like, this is gonna give someone a seizure type flashing. Why? Who cooked? Who did this? I hate it. It's nice because I get to change the color, but it sucks because occasionally it'll be impossible to look at. It seems like a safety hazard. But what the hell would I know? I just have empathy. So clearly, I would not be good at running a business. Actually, I would be great at running a business. I would just bankrupt it. Oh, I guess fun fact. I think the sparklies on the ground, you can kind of soft reset them. Because sometimes I get coins, sometimes I get balls, sometimes I get other. Moo Moo Milk. Who dropped their milk? No cobalion. I say so. Oh yeah, wait. That was something that it didn't upset me, but it was like, hmm, earlier, because I was just to make sure I was running far enough to actually reset the cobalion. Sorry, that was for delivery. Oh no. Well, that's okay. Well, it your bottle broke. You're gonna have to clean it up. I'm sure it's fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure I was running far enough back to get cobalion. And so I watched someone else do it. They were running back and forth on the ice. And then they said, they got it within like an hour or so because they were using Charm and Shining Power 3. Once again, do whatever the hell you want. Who cares? But then all the comments were like, oh my God, I've been in here for like 3 hours and I've gotten nothing. And I'm like, you have no patience. I understand Shiny Power 3, but brother. Saw someone got it in 80 resets. Ooh, that was me in Gen 5. Sorry, I had to. I mean, yeah, if you're working with Charm and with Shiny Power 3, your odds are like 1 in 512. They're like 1 in 500-ish, I believe. They're not very high. So that's definitely not uncommon, I feel. Yeah, I saw someone get Latios really, really quickly. But at the same time, like, it's been what? An hour and 20 minutes, and I've done maybe 250, let's say, 250 encounters. That's, if I had Sparkle 3 and Charm, I'd be at like half odds. You went a little over odds. That that just happens. You go over odds. 30% of the time you will go over odds, I think, around. Just like after having my patience honed a little, having gone through really, really long hunts, it's like 3 hours feels like a little drop in the bucket. It'll happen when it happens. I do wonder though how many people will end up hunting the legendaries because you have access to so many odds raising things. Especially now that people don't have to do the 1,000 battles to get charm. I wish that there was a way to disable it because I don't want to have the landmine in my inventory. I've already had to reset my game. I'll be shiny hunting. Hell yeah. I mean, wow, me too. Everyone shiny hunt how you want to shiny hunt. That's the takeaway. But the takeaway is also you're gonna go over odds and you need to take a deep breath. Sometimes you'll go really over odds. That's just how it happens sometimes. You will have a statistically anomalous hunt eventually. I feel like I've only had one, and even that in comparison, it's not like crazy. Like 15K for a 4096 is a little absurd, but it's nothing like 20 or 30. But it'll happen eventually. And I'm just hoping and praying, on my knees begging. It will not be, it will not be when I do Ultra Sun starters. Please, I'm begging. Don't go super over odds. At least it'll have the M3DS loads, but good fucking riddance. Please don't be BDSP Arceus. I only have a Switch one, the humble Switch one. I don't know when it's from, but I'm scared. Sorry, I've been thinking about Mystery Dungeon the whole time. Does anyone happen to recall the odds in that game? For some reason, this song reminded me of Buried Relic and of getting Mew, because you can get shiny Mew, right? Imagine you find a shiny Mew there, and you have to kill it because you have to kill them to recruit them, and then it just doesn't join you. It'd be a little funny. I still have the itch to start a new DX file, or to reset my regular Blue Rescue team. I'll do it eventually. Just like I will eventually get through my backlog of games. And I will not play through Silk Song a third time, even though I really want to. I did think about starting a third file, and it would be even faster than my second one, and I would definitely get that achievement. But it would suck if I had every achievement other than the Steel Soul ones. Gimme Ghoul. Why is Gimme Ghoul in this game? Sorry, every time I get it, it kills me. Not only is it in this game at all, period. Ew, yuck, literally who likes this thing? But also, it's post game. So I can't, I'm capped on coins. No. Sorry. I actually don't mind Gimme Ghoul. I just really hate Goldango. I hate it so much. I'm gonna smelt it into a ring. I hate it. I need it to die. Speedrun file, speedrun file. Because there's an achievement in Silk Song for completing the game in 5 hours, which honestly, I don't even think I could do. This is more about getting 100% in 30 hours, but I'm still coping that I might be able to do that on my stream file. Goldengo Gaming, no! No Goldengo Gaming. Goldengo is not a real Pokemon to me. It's like Meltan. Meltan is not real. Zeraora is kind of not real either. People keep calling like Charizard or Absol industry plants, which I don't think you know what an industry plant is because they've had so much time to build up their popularity naturally. Goldengo exists, sad face. That's what I'm saying. Zeraora is the definition of an industry plant Pokemon. Literally, who cares about this thing? Who gives a fuck? It's like it's kind of cool, but it's nothing. I didn't even know it was a Gen 7 mythical. I thought it was a Gen 8 mythical. It's so nothing. Why am I being shown this? Why does it have a mega? Did I ask? And of course, Goldengo also has to occupy the 1000th slot. That was difficult to say. 1000th slot. So the 1000th Pokemon is this ugly little cheese stick. I don't want to look at it. I'm looking away. We deserve better. Like 666 is Vivillon. Why couldn't it be cool like that? Also, why is Garden Pattern the only one available in the wormholes? I was so sad. I was really excited when I saw that a pattern that wasn't the pink one or marine was in the game. Like, wow. No static Goldengo, static streamers, hot takes. I don't think this is a hot take. I don't think people generally like Goldengo. But what the hell would I know? I know it's a menace in competitive because its ability is crazy. And its signature move is crazy. Oh, it's going to be so interesting seeing if different generational gimmicks will interplay in champions. I'm not going to get it, but I will look. I love him. Okay, well, you can love him. Everyone's going to love... All the pocket monsters are loved by someone. Even if I disagree with you, don't let me dissuade you. But you will not persuade me to like it. I'm sure people hate some of my faves. I think Trumbeak is literally the most unpopular Pokemon. End sentence. I love that bird. It's crazy in comp. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I was also thinking, is it crazy in comp when restricted? Why am I thinking that restricted isn't a word? Or is it better in like lower power formats? Waiter, more Pokemon Showdown content. You can look at the Showdown content. I'm a Hex Maniac, of course. I'm loving ghost types. That's totally fair. In general, I really like ghost types. I just don't like that one. Okay, there's probably other ghost types I don't like, but I can't think of them. On one hand, you have Goldango, but on the other hand, you have best Pokemon ever made, Chandelure. You have Rotom. You have Haunter. You got Pumpkaboo. You got Phantom. There's a lot of good ones. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any type where I'm like, yeah, every single one of them is good. There's no generation where I look at all of them, every single one of them is good. It would be Gen 5, but unfortunately, Pignite exists. And I hate that thing. I got a personal vendetta against it. So, you know, it's really cool that they gave my favorite Pokemon a Mega. They gave my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon a Mega. That was pretty cool. They can't really do that for any of the other ones. There's not going to be a Mega Raikou. There's not going to be a Mega Skitty. There is a Mega Strap. They're not going to... Why don't the Gen 4 starters get anything, huh? Why don't they get anything? Legends, Alola, and it has Litten and Poplio and Snivy, and I picked Snivy because I like that snake. Even though I guess it has legs. I don't think snakes have legs. That... just so we're on the same page, this is not invitation for leaks. Because I know that there were leaks semi-recently discussing future plans. I am looking away. I don't want to know. I'm just a humble enjoyer of the Pocket Monster. And I'm scared for Generation 10. I do wonder how it'll perform, because presumably it's only going to be on Switch 2. And I don't know how many people have Switch 2s, or will have Switch 2s by the time that it is out. If for some reason it is on Switch 1, I will be incredibly surprised. Snakes usually don't have legs. Yeah, but for some reason I was thinking about like legless salamanders. And I thought, is there a snake that has legs? I actually don't know. This is another coelacanths are alive ? Sometimes I just don't know shit about animals. I'm still astounded that coelacanths are alive. I think about them so often. What the heck? My friend sent me this website with a bunch of really realistic animal plushies. Their first mistake. So of course I looked through all of them and I saw they had a shoebill one, but it was sold out, and that makes me really sad because okay, shoebills are crazy birds. I've been thinking about them because I don't remember. It was just a video of weird bird sounds, and they clack their beaks together, and it makes this really intimidating, like, boom sound. Scariest bird ever. But they're really cool. But they're so scary. Who, why? Why does a bird need to be scary? Why does it need to sound like a giant beast it's slowly approaching? Oh no. It's just a little guy. They are, yeah. No, it's just a bird that could beat you up. Like a cassowary. Cassowaries also make weird noises, and they could definitely beat you up. Don't fuck with birds. You know, don't fuck with any wild animal. You will lose against the wild animal. I know you may think you'd win, you'd probably lose. You ever seen a kiwi bird roar? Oh my, kiwis make such weird sounds. You think they wouldn't? Yes, I have. I think a kiwi was in the same video, and I thought, huh, yeah, I guess I've never made one. Poor kiwis. They're so cute. Oh, and loons. Oh my goodness. I love birds. I need to be informed about birds. I love them so much. Same with mooses. A moose will gore you. Don't fuck with a moose. Don't fuck with a deer. A deer are just mini moose. If you got kicked by a deer, it'd still probably hurt. If you got headbutted by a deer, it'd probably really hurt. I know horses look like they got stick legs. If you got kicked by a horse, mm-mm. Horse will fuck you up. Kiwis were on the short end of the stick when picking its stats. Evolution is so odd. Once again, bringing horses into the conversation. It is just so interesting how things evolve, and you're like, how the hell are you alive? How the hell are koalas real animals? That's an animal that actually got the short end of the stick on all of its stats. Those things should not be alive. They're kind of cute, but they're also all sick and barely alive, and the only food that they eat doesn't really nutritionize them. How did this happen? It's so bizarre. Mm. In that same vein, I would love to pet a panda or any type of bear. Obviously, yes, I know, terrible idea. Bear will absolutely annihilate me, but they look so petable. They look so petable. Okay. Sometimes when Cobalion's facing forward, the lighting makes it look darker blue. Sigh. And then sometimes evolution just gets it right and they make like crocodiles, which haven't changed in millions of years. How did they do that? And then we have horses. I have no idea. Coelacanth. I gotta watch me some coelacanth vids. What do you mean they're real? Mhm. Oh wait, while I was cleaning, I found a card because it was a gift I got a few years ago. It was tracking some turtle, and it also came with a bracelet, and it sucked because I wore the bracelet so much that I almost snapped it, so I stopped wearing it. I wonder how that turtle's doing, and if I find out that turtle's dead, I'm gonna be so sad. I love turtles. I think it'd be so cool to see a bunch of baby turtles going into the water. But I think that's a bad idea, right? Because baby turtles don't know what's going on, so they need to be in complete darkness so they don't get distracted and walk in the wrong direction. I could be wrong. But turtles are so cool. Having a pet turtle. Turtle. Wait, I don't think I've even seen many turtles this year, because oftentimes we just see them on the side of the road, just chilling. I feel like I haven't seen many. This is so sad. I mean, it's good because that means that they probably weren't hit by cars. To be fair, most of the ones that I seen were alive. But where the hell are they? And don't come at me, oh, tortoises are the one on land. Yeah, well, tortoises are still turtles. Turtles include tortoises. But tortoises are definitely their own thing. I wonder if any of the cool birds that I saw earlier would also be at the pond that's kind of nearby. I hope so. I saw one really cool bird there one single time, and I've never seen it again. Which is weird, because it was like one of those tall birds, like a heron. And I didn't think herons lived around here. But maybe they do. Maybe, do they migrate? I don't know. But on migration, shout out to the time where geese just like landed in our yard and just chilled there overnight. And it was a little like, because what if this dog, our dog needs to go outside? Live daisy reaction in the bottom right corner. Will she bother the goose? And more importantly, will the goose bother her? Because she would not be able to defend herself. It was fine. But definitely a little odd. We've never had a goose problem before. No cobalion, no bitches, and I am at over 1,400 encounters. Yippee! I'm almost out of water too. Hopefully my plants will live. You know, I say that all the time, and yet most of the time I end up just putting them in the sink. Because I swear to God, I try to mix together a good soil mixture so that it doesn't all clump together, so that it drains well. And half the time it doesn't even work. The water just sits on the top and it all like finds a tunnel and leaks out the bottom. Or it's not absorbent enough and it all leaks out the bottom. And water gets everywhere. So I put them in the sink so that the water can at least not go all over the floor or my window or my shelves. Yippee! Look, this is the shiny hunting experience. I don't know what you want from me. If I had more things in my favor, then it'd be like, okay, well, I'm twice over odds. I am still extremely under odds. Which is... Why am I yawning? Which is why I thought that 2,000 would be a good benchmark, because then I would be like at half odds. And then, of course, I would find it off stream. So yet another day where I find nothing. But, I'm almost at 1,500, or what is 1,400 times 3? Asking, because am I over odds on these Lucario/Riolu? I don't know why sometimes there's 2 and sometimes there's 3. But I've also never seen one of them. And I am reloading them. Oh yeah, that's why I assume that going to like the tip of this bridge loads because that's where the Riolu spawn. But I am not willing to risk me not running back far enough with this cobalion, and then I do like 20k encounters and I don't get it. 4,200. Thank you. Okay, so if I got 3 Riolu spawns every time, I would be over odds. But I don't, so we're getting there. At least the Aggron and the Laron don't despawn. Because otherwise I definitely would have found one of them. And while I like them, I would also mercilessly kill them. I am not leaving this wormhole without shiny cobalion. I just wish that the special scans are a cool idea. I just wish that there was a better way to get the things that you want. Unless I just got really unlucky, battle zones should not be that common. Why the hell have I not encountered a single Frigibax or a singular Gimme Ghoul or a singular Rotom? I want to get all the Rotom in big, so that would be 6 Rotom. Shout out Rotom. It's so interesting how ubiquitous Rotom has become. It used to be a making your devices evil thing, and now it's in everyone's cell phones. How did the Rotom feel about being domesticated? I don't think they care for it. Most of the nutmeg settled to the bottom of my eggnog. No! My freaking nog. Oh wait, I was 1 encounter away from 420. I'm just waiting. I'm hoping that what happens is that I load up my game and I run over and it's shiny on the first one. That'd be exciting. Then I'd have tons of time to take pictures of it. I don't think I've ever gotten a super good sparkle picture. I find the timing a little difficult, and then I don't care enough to actually go through with it. I just want to get the critter. Especially if there's a bunch of other stuff around. I guess also doesn't help if it's timid. I would have loved to take pictures of my Tatsugiri in the wild, but not only will it run away immediately, I also had like 7 seconds left on my donut, so I kind of had to rush. So it was very fun opening my menu, quickly scrolling over to my dream balls, and YOLOing it. And by that I mean it sucked. It was the sequel to Fennekin, but for some reason, I swear to God, the increased shiny catch rate does not work for some of these things. Why are the starters so hard to catch? Why did it take me like 20 minutes to get Fennekin and a lure ball? I thought their catch rate was tripled because of shiny. Although, I guess if the catch rate is 3, and then you multiply it by 3, that's only 9. If that's how it works. Rip to anyone trying to get Beldum. But also deserved because you're trying to get Beldum. No, I'm kidding. I know people really like Beldum. And Metagross. Why am I so tired? Okay, stupid thought. But I wonder if I wonder if heavy ball annihilates will become less valuable on like bot trades on Wonder Trade and Scarlet and Violet. I was thinking about heavy ball Diancie and how that's like a 0.04% chance because why not? And thinking how heavy ball Annihilate, shiny Annihilate was one of the most common bot trades that I got on Wonder Trade. Why? Why Annihilate? Because things like Greninja, I get it. Okay, the 12-year-olds love Greninja. And things like Charmander, okay. Charmander's ubiquitous. Do people really like Annihilate that much? Do we really like this thing? We could do better. Smiley face. Yes, I feel like I do know your answer, Hex Maniac. As much as I like ghost types, I have to say I also don't care for Annihilate, but that's mostly because I don't care for Primeape, and it's just Primeape but purple. It's truly a... Okay, I was gonna say it's truly a why does this exist? But no, a Primeape getting an evolution does kind of make sense. It's really a nothing creature. Having something extra to it is nice. Bisharp is a why does this exist? Why does this evolve? Why does King Gambit exist? We didn't need this. Nobody wants this. Nobody asked for this. It looks lame. I hate it. Put it in the smelter. Stop evolving. Why does it sit on its hair? That's so unsanitary. Ghost Primeape, it's a cool way to bring old Pokemon back. It is, but I still don't like it because I don't like Primeape. And I hate its bulging veins. Ugh, gross. Yucky. At least with things like Farigiraf, they're cute. And also everyone says it Farigiraf, which is really funny to me. Can say the same for Hatterini. Hatterini is fine. I don't dislike it, but I definitely like both of its pre-evolutions more. Hattrem's one of my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon. Although it kind of switches between Hatenna and Hattrem. Why am I checking it? It's teal. Pish? Pish. I mixed Pawn and Bishop. Pawn, Bishop, King makes sense to me. It makes sense in the chess sense, but it doesn't make sense in the why did you pick this one and also you made it way uglier. And also, is it very kingly? I don't know. Hatterini sits on hair. I kind of interpreted it as like a flesh suit. That's its flesh mech, which is less gross. Or it's more like a Bayonetta situation in which it's actual clothes and not its literal hair. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a Marlin situation. Unless they retconned him, in which case good. Good. No, cobalion. Why are the Swords of Justice in this game? Why am I here? Is it because the original story of the Three Musketeers is French? Mech hair, hair mace? Yeah. Okay. I can't get comfortable. That was close enough to a reset. I could have reset. No cobalion? No bitches? If you laugh, you go to hell. No! Where does that originate from? Is this a newer spawn? I feel like I see it a lot recently. To me, it's in the same vein as the I show speed, trying not to laugh face, which I always think looks like I'm really mad, but I'm trying not to show that I'm mad. That's what that face looks like to me. And every time I feel that way, I think about it. But I don't know if anyone else sees it that way, so I never find it for these instances. Yeah, because so I've seen the if you laugh you go to hell, but then of course, you know, because of the circles that I've seen HSR versions. If you laugh, Iron Tomb actualizes, and then I started seeing it everywhere. Like, what the fuck is an Iron Tomb? Where did this come from? This has to be a newer spawn. But then again, I didn't know about fake robot slurs until people started calling Genshin Impact Inefa that. But apparently it had been happening for months. Why can't people be normal? Wait, speaking of HSR, I have to uninstall it. I totally forgot. I kept it on my computer because they were gonna release a character that I thought was gonna be dead forever, but then they brought her back, and I'm like, holy shit, they actually brought her back. So of course I lost my 50-50. So I'm like, whatever. But I just forgot. And also they added TFT, which is so funny to me. Because one thing that I always said about Honkai Impact 3rd events is that they literally just take other games and then they make their own version of it. It's literally just TFT. I say having never played TFT, but I've seen enough of it. Let's go HSR uninstall. Yeah. Everyone uninstall HSR now. I'm not doing it now in case it messes with anything. I'll do it when I don't have to monitor my bandwidth. No playing gacha games. Although, speaking of gacha games, is Reindeer Rhodia any good? I got her earlier. Somehow. Even though my boxes hated me. Brown Dust 2 does that as well. Oh my god! I remember when Brown Dust 2 came out and thinking, that is the worst name for a game I have ever heard in my life. I uninstalled HSR when losing my umpteenth 50-50, absolutely based. And the same thing happened to me. I constantly lost my 50-50, which of course, when my friend kept winning all of her 50-50s, it's like, okay, well, that's great. Even though part of me still kind of wants to, the TFT mode was kind of fun, unfortunately. I'm like, well, what if I just grind it out and got this character and uninstalled? No, stop. Stop that. Spraying myself, stop. I missed like 3 weeklies in a row for Limbus. Hey, there's been absolutely nothing to do in that dry ass game. Don't worry. I'm just waiting for Kanto 9. I think everyone's waiting for Kanto 9. That is a game where the down periods are super dry. There is nothing to do. If you have no characters to grind for, why don't even log in? Trailer tomorrow, maybe. Yay! Gonna see the Ryoshu ego, maybe. Yay! And then I click on my thing, and then I change it to my stupid headphones. Sigh. Why do gacha games have the audacity to sometimes look like real games? Why can't they just be real games? Yes, I know, profit, money, capitalism, whatever. Imagine how good all of the decent gacha games would be if they weren't gacha and they were just real. And you didn't have to gamble on everything. Sorry to the people who love gambling. Like, I can't even bring myself to do solos anymore. It's so fucking dry. Literally, what do you do? I feel even for people who don't do like challenge runs and stuff, what you click P, enter, you win rate until you're done and then you leave. It's nothing. You're not interacting with the game. You're checking a box saying, "Oh yeah, I logged in. I got my stuff." Why even bother? Okay, but also speaking of real games, why the fuck is Neopets releasing like a game that's just their mini games? I think it's so stupid. I saw a picture of it today, even though I think Sudoku also told me about it. I'm like, why? They can't even make half the games on the site work normally because they're in Flash. How about you fix your own site first? No. No, they won't. Oh, wait, where am I? I looked away for 1 second. Alright. I hate winter. This is a lie. I love winter, but good God. Everything gets so dry it hurts. And they want money for it? Yeah. Of course they want money for it. And so they also make pop-ups for everyone, including people who pay to get rid of the ads. It's... Why? Hell site. It's my hell site, but it's a hell site. And I still don't have my stupid fucking Varwolf, because the food items you need to make them are super rare and really expensive. Why would they do this? They were already pay to win before the event, and now they're pay to win in a different way. Please don't hiccup. I feel it in my chest. What the hell? That's not where your diaphragm is. Oh yeah, everyone, don't breathe from your chest. Just because I'm thinking about it. Breathe from your stomach. It's better for you. We go again. Almost at 1,500 encounters. Yippee! 30 away, so maybe 2 more resets. I don't even know how long each reset takes. I assume like maybe 5 minutes. And you know what? On Neopets, they added a whole bunch of stamps to one of their stupid mobile apps. And it pisses me off. Why are they encouraging me to play not 1, but 2 mobile games to get items that would be exorbitantly expensive on the main site? And because they're only given out via the app, you know, if you play it, you're way ahead than everyone else. In other news, I'm excited for Neverness I'm sorry, I hate the name Neverness to Everness. It's so dumb. And Ananta. Okay, I've not heard of Ananta, but I have heard of the other one. Did that one not have like a test within the year? I was gonna say recently, but like it'd be like a few months ago. I felt like I saw something about it. Gotcha free. Well, yay, gotcha free, but isn't NTE a gotcha game? Play less gotchas. Less gotchas are good for everyone. Don't listen to me, the person who plays gotchas. Some gotchas. Oh my god, I saw a freaking Blue Archive ad on my Discord today. Dude, fuck Blue Archive. Can't trust a Blue Archive fan. NTE is 100% gotcha, pull for who you want. Okay. Well, I mean, do that in any gotcha. Don't let the meta people persuade you. It is your money / your fictional currency. Do what you want with your fictional currency. And don't spend your real life currency on it. I promise. If you don't spend in a gacha game, the longer time goes on, the easier it gets. It gets really easy. Once you break the seal, it's broken forever. At least that's how it's worked for me. So anyway, what is Ananta? I wanted to say Anasha. Stop! The brain rot for this character that I know nothing about, but I still like him. Wait, is Tribe 9 dead yet? I think it is. Man, what a sad, sad instance. Oh yeah, I did see that thing with Blue Archive today. Good for them, really. I heavily side-eye Blue Archive. I feel like every single Blue Archive I've seen ever talk never has anything good or productive to say. They're all weird. I'm sure there are normal Blue Archive fans, but I don't encounter them. But ain't that one of the more popular gotchas? I don't know. I'm out of touch with that whole thing. Wuthering Waves being still decently popular is already surprising enough to me. Wuthering Waves is so funny to me, though. I'm glad everyone realized that it was never gonna be a superstar runaway success. It was never gonna happen. Unless the timing was absolutely perfect, which there was a 0% chance I was gonna do that. But they're still going. But then I think back to the launch of that game, which it makes me sad thinking like, oh my god, was that 2 years ago? Oh my god, that feels so recent. But also so far away, what the hell? And I think he. It's really funny to me. One of the more popular ones. I feel like I've also never met a non-annoying Wuthering Waves fan, but I'm sure y'all exist. It feels like they're not. It feels like a lot of them aren't even fans of their own game. They're just haters of other games. Like, okay, you can like things without downplaying another thing. Hides in woo-wah. No, I'm sorry. It's like the Steam Deck phenomenon. I'm sure there are a bunch of great people with Steam Decks, but holy shit, are there some really annoying ones out there. I don't know what goes over in Woo-Wah Land, except have they released that one character with like the twisty weird horns? That's not specific, I know. I think her name starts with like a Z. Or was that a ZZZ character? I don't remember. That's the only one I know about. Because other than that, the most recent character I know from that game is Brant. Or whatever the heck his name is, the pirate guy. I don't know, there was some character who I think was kinda had Office Lady vibes to me. And she had twisty horns. Okay, Brant is correct. Okay. Like, I feel like that's correct, but that's also a weird name. Oh, okay, Zani sounds correct. Okay, so I'm glad we're on the same page. Anyway, did Zani release? I liked her. Yeah, she's cool. But I'm only really familiar with like the launch characters, the around launch characters. I was gonna say like the red one, the the red Phoenix one. I don't know. If I played Wuwa, I'd pull for Brant. If I played Wuwa, I wouldn't. That's mostly because the gameplay doesn't look terribly appealing to me. But whatever. Also, the grinding seemed really annoying. Oh, they released a character that was DMC/Bayonetta themed. That makes a lot of sense. Like months ago? Well, that means that technically correct. With how okay, so not assuming that this character is Virgil themed, but if they are Virgil themed or they do the judgment cut thing, I feel like that's a decently common spawn. Like yeah, everyone likes that guy. Dante, close enough. They're siblings. He knows nothing about DMC. Well, I know some of their names. I know what they look like, kind of. I know some of the songs. That is not my realm, though. I know they have really funny, like, rank scores. And that's actually it. I think that would be a fun thing to watch someone else do, but not to do myself, because simply put, I cannot be bothered to learn fancy combos. And I'm sure you could operate without knowing all that stuff, but then what's the point? What you're doing is way less cool. And why the hell are you playing DMC if it's not doing cool combos? Oh, me neither, but excited we're gonna ride motorcycles, huh? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that flaming, oh, that flaming clock head person, love them. Wrong game, but I also love them. In fact, I like that Dante more. It's so good that I named myself before learning about that, because otherwise Dante would be in the running, unfortunately. Downside, we're going back to school. No. Just graduate already then. Consider that. Wuwa 5DS? What does this mean? We're going to the fifth dimension. What would 4D be? Thinking that 3D in like a movie is you wearing the stupid glasses that make your head hurt and they barely work. And then the movies just have a bunch of gimmicks throwing stuff at the screen. Whoa, it's like it's coming at you. I should rewatch Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was playing cards on motorcycles. What? I've always wanted to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime because I think that I've only watched a bit of like the first grouping of it, and I think it's really funny. That would be a good background noise, but also isn't there a fuck ton of it? I don't think I have the time investment. I don't think I care that much. 3-dimensional plus time plus smell-o-vision. And then also, doesn't the show not even follow the rules of the game? And I feel like having minimal rules of the game, I almost knocked over my water bottle, would really take you out of it. Yes, it is as absurd as it sounds. Okay, but that sounds really fun though. Card fights on motorcycles? Hell yeah. It's like One Piece. Why would you ever watch One Piece? There's like 1,000 episodes of it, and also they suck. That time is better spent elsewhere. You could read it and you would get a better experience. Oh, imagine One Piece if Sanji wasn't an insufferable piece of shit. What a good world that would be. No cobalion. Oh, brother. Okay, now I don't have to water about spilling water everywhere. Yay! Yippee! Hmm? Oh. I thought, okay, maybe it is true. My headphones have been acting up extra lately, which is fair. They're old. But sometimes they'll just sound really robotic-y. What I do is I just turn them off and on again. But really annoying when I have to do it like once a day or something. Just work correctly. And the background things of the song kind of sounds like it. Which also, this is a Pokken song. Did anyone here play Pokken? I felt a little sad when they said, or when Pokken was taken out of the world's rotation. Clearly it was popular enough to warrant that. But it felt like it was everywhere for a week and then it just disappeared. Same with Unite, honestly. But Unite has like the League MOBA type deal. So I assume people still play it. Also, it has Delmise, which is pretty cool. You did? Oh, whoa. Who did you main? And also, why the hell did they have Braixen? Braixen and not Delphox. Why did everyone like Braixen so much? I don't like Braixen. It was torture. No! Why'd you do it then? Also, why? It's just silly pocket monsters fighting. You used to play Unite? Okay, well, who did you main, if anyone? Who adds a throw in the middle of an auto combi? The Pokemon Company. Game Freak. I don't know. I don't know what this means, but I assume that's bad. Krogunk. Wait, but Krogunk is great. Krogunk's cute. No Krogunk slander allowed. My little brother loved that game. Or a bit of a mix. Evolutions, maybe Dragonite. Oh, Dragonite's in that game? I love Dragonite. Hooray. I love that marshmallow. Okay, pause. This video sucks. They picked the DX version of Sky Tower Summit. Also, an ad break will start in about a minute. I can't believe they didn't pick specifically the blue rescue team of Sky Tower Summit. SMH my damn head. Okay, nobody cares as much as I do. As much as I like Rescue Team DX, I don't think there's a single track in it that I prefer over the red or blue or the red and or blue Rescue Team versions. I don't know. And it makes me sad. I was so excited for Sky Pillar or Sky Tower. I was thinking of Sky Pillar because that one is in this game. Or now they're adding Megas in Unite. That sounds like it'll get really bad really fast. If they remove the way they do stats in Unite, I'd legit play again. Do you mean like character stats or the stats of the actual mons? So is the balancing just bad? which doesn't seem terribly out of place for a MOBA. I don't think I've ever heard of a MOBA or a hero shooter that has had consistently good balancing. I think they're all just fucked. But also, to be fair, what other MOBAs exist other than like Dota and League? Do people play them? Oh, equipment. You use Pokemon Emblem coins to boost the base. Oh. That's... It feels like where this is going is that they're like pay to win, which is really annoying. I understand making money, but good grief. Oh, I did play Smite for a while. Oh, yeah. See, now that you say it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that does exist. But clearly you can see how much an impression that this has made on me. I don't even know why I know it. So clearly it must be irrelevant. Sorry to all the Smite fans. I'd say to all 2 Smite fans, but I don't actually know how many there are. I'm like, what are even popular esports games that aren't League or like Valorant? I don't know. Oh, man. Every time I think about esports, yeah, no surprise. I think about ORV. What the hell game would Yu Jong-hyuk play, and why the hell is it definitely League? Oftentimes I was glad it was over rather than be happy with winning. That is a #1 sign you need to install if you're not having fun. Oh my god, I remember a video kept popping up in my feed about like how DBD, Dead by Daylight, is like a torture nexus designed for maximum misery. I'm like, okay, I need to see what this is about. I'm like, how the hell do y'all play all this? How do you play Misery Simulator and you just keep playing it? You don't have to do this. It's definitely 2 fans after how they bungled Smite 2. Dota 2? Huh? We're not talking about Dota. Unless we are. Uh-huh. Is this like an Overwatch 2 situation? Anyway, it was really funny, especially because one of my friends used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight. And it's like, okay, so the maps either heavily favor or disfavor your characters, so it's like a dice roll on whether you win or lose. Perks are crazy weird balanced. Matchmaking sucks ass. Why does anyone play this? Unfortunately, Smite was the friend game, so okay, I see. See, I've not had that seemingly universal gamer experience, whatever, of having a group of friends to play a game with. So I don't have game friends. So I've never played any of them. Dota 2 is oh yeah, I know that Dota 2 is very popular. That's why I'm like the two MOBAs are League and Dota. And there's no other ones. Even though technically Unite is one of them, but who plays that? Adding in megas is such a weird decision. Because if they're really good, then why would you play anything that doesn't have a mega? That's what I'm worried about. From a balancing perspective, I say having never balanced a game. But it feels like the more things that you add, the harder it gets to balance, you know? Because there's more factors that you have to take into consideration. And see, why the hell were there 2 or 3 spawns over there, but then oftentimes I get 2, huh? Because it's first come, first serve. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Dead by Daylight got popular because of the licenses they have. I mean, it's an interesting thing in theory. But if it's just Torture Nexus gameplay, why are you playing it? If all it makes you do is feel miserable, you don't have to play it. You can uninstall. It's okay. Springtrap's not gonna get you. That's the only killer I know that's in there. There's Springtrap. So like if I chose Gengar, no one else could have it. Could anyone on the other team have it? Or is it just limited to your team? But like you said that there's Dragonite, so Dragonite, Gengar, I assume Charizard's in the game. I'm sure that there's other things that are megas. Why can't you just have a team full of megas? If megas are really good. I don't know if they are. Oh yeah, someone on the opposite. Okay. So teams can't overlap, but the other team can. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the MOBA or like hero shooter genre, so I don't know how their matchmaking works. I'm scared of matchmaking. Matchmake me with the uninstall button. I'm scared. Oh yeah, over 1,500 encounters. I'm actually at 1,536 counted. But, yeah. Making pretty decent progress. Okay. I'm skipping this song. I don't like this song. Sorry, Perrin. I don't like your theme. And I don't like the clan settlement either. I don't like much of the PL8 soundtrack. Alright. I'm sure the mega player has big consequences if they lose as a balance. Oh, I guess that's. Does anything happen when you lose? Do you have good boy points? Is there rank? Rank is pain. You have three options: people that suck worse than you, esports sweats, or bots. Okay, so the matchmaking also sucks there. Great. So it sounds like the only people who play it are people who are really good, people who are new, and then they fill the rest with bots. That kind of sucks. I get the appeal of adding bots because then it makes it seem like, wow, I found something really fast. This game is really popular. But then but then if your game sucks because you're playing against bots, are you going to be like, "Oh man, that was so great. I can't wait to do better so I can fight against real people"? No, you're probably not. But what the hell would I know? I've never had a company. If you intentionally throw, there's something like good boy points. No, my points, my fictional points, they're going down. No, what am I gonna do? I forgot that there were Riolu. First time I heard one. So there is like a rank system then, I'm assuming. Why not play a game with more people? I'd say as if there's not two other MOBAs. Different tiers? All right. Makes sense. Games with rankings are just all with multiplayer rankings are so foreign to me. This isn't a concept that exists. What do you mean I can't just do my own thing in my little own world? And I lose points. I get so nervous about losing points. I only care about rank to have a bit of a challenge. I mean, that's how it should be. If you care too much about rank, I can presume it'd probably be pretty frustrating slash anxiety inducing to lose points, and then you commit yourself way too hard to the grind, and then you burn yourself out and you don't like playing the game anymore. Basically, a novice can't play with someone of a severely higher tier. I mean, that's how it should be, but it seems like it doesn't actually work out that way. Once it gets too hard, I just go back to casual game modes. Shout out to casual game modes. I was watching something yesterday about Nine Souls, and I remember seeing around when that came out and thinking, wow, this looks really cool. And then seeing that it had a bunch of parrying and be like, oh God, I can't parry for shit. I hate parrying. But then I saw yesterday that there was like an easy slash story mode. So I'm like, how easy slash story is it? How casual can we make this? If it could be very casual, I might get it then. I like the silly Chinese cat game. That's not actually silly. There is gore. Oh God, gore of my comfort character. But they are silly big. It's a shame that the legendaries can't be alpha. But I guess it's also a good thing, because otherwise I would definitely want one. Imagine cobalion, but big. And shiny Lucario Z is so cool. Regular one is end sentence. Regular one is. Imagine Alpha Darkrai with his leggies. You understand my brain. I love the fact that Darkrai has legs, and it makes me so sad that it is never in any of its animations. I would do anything to have an Alpha Darkrai. Please. I imagine it still wants you to parry on easy. No! But if it's on story, then surely it wouldn't be that hard. Please. I'm a casual. I'm a casual except for when I'm really not. I don't know when I like hard games. I'll play Silk Song. I'll play Lobotomy Corporation, but I don't want to play something like Sekiro or Dark Souls or I was gonna say other Souls likes. I'm like, okay, what are other things? I think it's just Souls likes. Souls likes have negative appeal to me. That is maybe the one game where it's interesting to watch challenge runs on, though. But that's personal preference. Maybe it's because I don't have investment in it that seeing someone do it hitless is like, wow, interesting. Casual, I saw how you play Silk Song. What does that mean? I play Silk Song okayly. Unless you mean how I plan things out, in which case I just do that. Like playing Stardew Valley in the most min-maxy way, that's just how brain works. If I don't optimize my time use, it's not fun. You'd probably like watching Bloodborne. I do like the aesthetics of Bloodborne. And can't you have electric weapons in that? So automatically, it has to be somewhat cool. Because like watching my friend play Sekiro, I'm like, damn, okay, this is fine, I guess. Better than me, anyways, on Silk Song. Well, you have to keep in mind that on stream, it's my second time going through the game, so I already know what to expect for a lot of these things. So I have my strategy planned out for a lot of things. And also, you've not even finished playing Hollow Knight, I don't think. So I have more time investment than you. But maybe you also have a skill issue. I'm trying not to presume that you have a skill issue. But it's okay. Everyone has a skill issue until they don't. Oh, I was thinking about this earlier. The I've seen a couple people, this is Silksong related, about trying to re-co-op the idea of get good as like oh, this is just a way to say that you can do better. No, the fuck it's not. It's supposed to be like, haha, you suck. Dunking on you. Get good at the game, dumbass. Don't try and make it be like this whole heroic thing. It's not. Oh yeah, bolt paper slash gem or funny zap. I thought you said zap mice and I got excited. Mice. Mouse. Wait a minute. The music stopped. Oh my God. How long has the music been stopped? Sorry. It is and will always be a dunk. Okay, let me hide me for a second. Okay. Okay, but I can still hear the sounds. What the fuck? About a minute? God damn it. Why didn't you tell me? I thought it was fine. Oh, I'm gonna go now. It was fun being here, hearing your hot takes, and my precious ghost type seat. Bye! Thanks for hanging out. All my takes are cold because I'm always correct about everything, though. Anyway, because I was hearing the in-game music the whole time, I thought it was fine. Then I realized, wait a minute. This is too high paced. Wait. Oops. Surely none of this gets me a false copyright strike. Haha. Clueless. You did not order me to do so. Yeah, I didn't, but I figured if it would be a like, hey, why the music shut off? And then someone would say, hey, is there supposed to be music? And I would be like, oh shit. It turned off. The video is just buffering. All right. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I can probably get to 16 or 1700 today, realistically. Beep, beep. This song is making me want to cave on getting a Japanese heart gold and just figuring out as I go along with my very, very minimal Japanese knowledge. But I'm like, well, if I know hiragana and katakana, and I think, especially the older games, I believe they're only written, or they don't have any kanji. Like, I could probably figure some of it out. I want a heart gold to work with. I want a black 2 to work with. Without destroying my childhood saves. Sad face. Why are they so fucking expensive? I'm glad that people are finally seeing that the DS era is peak, but holy shit. Okay, see, but like here, I turn. Oh, it's because I reset my game. That's why. I'm like, why are there sounds again? Oh, yeah, because I turned them down and I didn't fucking save, you silly Willy. Yeah, no wonder. No bitches. Oh yeah, I like how sometimes you can just clip onto the thing. I don't really get how it works. Man, I wish these things weren't so aggro. It's so strange to me what they decided to be aggro on you in this game. Like, why are the Litwick crazy aggro? There's been so many instances where I go in a wormhole that just happens to have ghost types and there's Litwick, and then they'll snipe me from what feels like across the map with a fire spin, and I'm trying to run away, and I'm climbing up the ladder, and then they kill me with another fire spin. What the hell? It's just a little candle. Why are you so mad at me? I am just a little guy. I know I'm wearing my little Yakuza suit. It's so funny how you just get character outfits. Def I don't think this is the customization additions that people wanted, but you know, I'll take it. You know what? I get to complain though. So why the hell, when Ivor gives you his stuff, you get the shoes with it? Also, it changes the anatomy of your arms. It makes the muscles on your arms more defined. Why the hell does Corbeau not give you a pair of matching shoes? You may say, wow, but Vera, your outfit has perfectly matching shoes. And I'll say, yeah, well, that's because I flew to every single shop on the map looking for a shoe that didn't horribly clash with everything else. Because none of the shades of black were correct. So I have this pink and purple one. Purple soles like Kokichioma. Why the heck? And you know what? The recolor of the Corbeau suit also sucks. I get it. It's shiny, or it's like the armor on Scolipede. Mega Scolipede. I think it does not look good. Especially when like the bag you get from Ivor and Canary, they turn into the shiny form. The alt colors actually look good. Although, the Jasant outfit... the Jasant outfit is really funny to me. Because first of all, one of the only dresses in the game, Lamau. Second of all, I don't think it looks really good on the... It does not look terribly good on the player character. Because on Jasant, she has very prominent hips. And on you, it just doesn't, so it just looks kind of frumpy. It does not carry the same princessy vibe. Which is sad. And especially sad because then you don't get some of the other outfits. I was really hoping that instead of getting Ivor's outfit, we'd get Gwyn's. Because I really like Gwyn's outfit. I probably would have worn it. I get why they didn't give us Levon's outfit. I don't think they want trainers in maid dresses. Or in maid outfits. But why didn't we get Gwyn's? Also, I really wanted to see what Jasant's hair looked like on the player character. Because the long hair options in this game are, like, they're decent. But Jasant's hair is huge. The short hair options are pretty bad. And then you get Corbeau's weird slime looking hair and whatever the hell Ivor has going on. His hair ain't even short. Ignore that. And Canary's weird ass ponytails. Interesting choices. It is definitely a little weird that there isn't a ton of like very feminine clothing. Like, why are there not more dresses and skirts, huh? Were they that scared of picking the male character and wearing a skirt or dress? Well, that doesn't make sense because my character can put on Jasant's dress right now. Also, the recolor to Jasant's outfit is really nice. It's like a peachy color. It was a little... Sorry, I thought I heard vocals. And it scared me. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, it's so disappointing seeing a side quest and being like, oh my god, was it a new mega? And then just seeing that it was a side quest. Oh. It was so disappointing seeing new unidentified Megastone and going in and it's the stupid Lotties. Sorry. I don't dislike them. I like Latias. But man, that was disappointing. Even though there were a lot added. There were a ton of megas added overall in this game. It's really nice. I am definitely interested to see if, like, on Pokemon Day there is some sort of announcement about megas. Because I think that would be indicative that Mega Evolution is going to be like, it's not going to be a generational gimmick anymore. They're just going to keep it around. Which on one hand, yay. But on the other hand, You know? Being, why? Why now? What changed? And then also, if they're going to keep with having restricted dexes, does that mean every single game from now on will have all of the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve in them? Or will they still pick and choose? I don't know. Is never enough? Hey, I would not complain if they added more Megas. But eventually they're gonna run out. Eventually every final evolution will have a Mega if they kept on adding them, which would also limit them from evolving some Pokemon. Like, for example, if they gave one to Ledian, that means that Ledian is always going to be shit forever instead of getting an evolution that isn't shit. Hopefully. So I don't know. I guess they could do it as, like, drip feeding a couple every gen. By a couple, I legitimately mean, like, 5 maximum. It's just, I don't know, it's just interesting. Because part of me thinks it feels like they knew people really like Mega Evolution and they wanted it back. Especially because with how they're marketing it, and then they're adding it to all the other modes, like they're adding it to Go, they're adding it to Unite, they're having a bunch of TCG stuff. So it's like, okay, they know that people really like Mega Evolution. How long have they known that? And then they just kept on making new regional gimmicks. Which, to be fair, most of them are pretty interesting. Even if I don't really care about them, like Dynamax, I don't really care, but it is an interesting competitive mechanic. Terastallization is fine, but once again, very interesting interesting mechanically for competitive. How long have they wanted to do new Megas if they knew that everyone wanted them back? And since they know that everyone likes them, will they continue doing it? Because they know that if they stop and only keep it in this game, it will upset people. It's me. I'll be upset. But also, I had, like, no idea that the Megas were in Gen 7 until recently. Because even though I love Gen 7, I've actually not played a ton of it. Looking back on it, I really only played my games until the credits and then I stopped. Which is why I'm really looking forward to playing through Ultra Sun once I finally nail out what I want to do for that. Anyway, the one mechanic that I think is really kind of lame is Z moves. Sorry, Necrozma. I don't know. Big, long cutscene moves are just whatever. To be fair, I almost never used any of the regional gimmicks while playing through a game, ever. This one's the real exception because you kind of have to use Mega Evolution. Or at least your plus moves, but realistically, you're using your Megas. because there's a ton of them. You almost certainly have one on your team. Yeah, Z-moves are just weird. I do hope though that I I hope that if there's another Legends game, it's in Alola. I want more Necrozma lore. I don't think it will be, especially because they added all of the Alola mythicals here. Like, why would they do that? It's so odd. Random side quest and you just catch Marshadow. Also, the whole Mega Magearna thing, first of all, crazy. Second of all, what do you mean you could just Mega Stone? I thought the whole thing we were setting up was the implication that the firing of the ultimate weapon for the second time 5 years in the past in the game, because this game takes 5 years in the future from X and Y, that created more Megastones than there were previously, or more were discovered. But then you can just make one for Magearna. And I read its Pokedex entry. It was talking about like it being a hidden mode. But it's like, well, how did they know that Magearna can Mega Evolve? And either way, you're still making a Megastone. Are all the ones that they're selling ones that are created? I don't know, because to me, the implication of creating one implies that you can just create it for anyone. But maybe that's not how it works. And like, back to even the non-DLC stuff, Mega Zygarde doesn't exist until the end of the story. Right? Like, in the middle of the story, it could also be just like a knowledge gap. Lysander doesn't know that it evolves, or that it can Mega Evolve. But I don't know, instead of the rock that Zygarde gives you, the pebble, which is still really funny, instead of that, like, encasing the Megastone, I interpreted it as the rock turned into the Megastone. So it seems to me that in special circumstances, you can just make a Mega of anything. So could enough people manifest Mega Flygon into existence? Mega Flygon is actually never gonna happen. It's so funny to me. It's sad, but it's so funny. Poor Flygon fans. It's become such a meme. I thought I read somewhere that there was some in-game dialogue even about the idea of Mega Flygon. But it could have been fake, false. But anyway, the point is, it was really unclear to me if Mega Magearna was always a thing, and then during Quasartico's research, they found out that it existed, and they made the keystone just to facilitate that? Or did they just think that it would help power it up? I don't know. Mega Flygon. So funny. I feel like it's such a ubiquitous Pokemon fandom thing. Even if you don't care about Flygon, you have some investment in Mega Flygon only because so many people have said that they wanted it. But then how many people actually want it, and how many people only want it because you've heard people say that they want it? I think that dialogue uses your lead Pokemon in certain spots. Maybe. Because, like, I haven't seen a dialogue. The only thing I've seen that takes your Pokemon's names is the one storyteller quest, which is amazing, by the way. I love them cooking up a love square between these two or between these 4 pocket monsters, and me being like, this is not how this would work with my critters. And I tell him that, and he's like, okay, okay. And then he cooks up a Romeo and Juliet plotline in which my Tatsugiri is in yaoi with my Dedenne, and I'm like, yup, I see the vision. So now my Tatsugiri is canonically in yaoi with my Dedenne. Peak. And then of course you get the best quest reward, which is that you can get the story with any critter you want at any time. Hell yeah. I feel so bad. I really wanted to use Dedenne. If Raichu didn't have a Mega, I probably would have used Dedenne instead. This is so sad. It was so hard deciding on a team. There were so many cool things. And at a certain point, I just got really attached to having this Absol on my team. Like, I can't replace her now. Is it a vision or a delusion? What the hell does this mean? That's not very nice. I feel like I haven't counted the past several cobalion. Wow, Gen 5 music. That's where you're from, Cobalion, even though this is the Relic Castle theme, I think. Okay, now I have to check. No, it's Dragon Spiral Tower. Oh, I'm a fake fan. No, I knew that. Relic Castle doesn't sound like that. I know you're not a dragon, but ooh, you want to be blue so bad. You could have a home and a nice moon ball, or even a beast ball if you want, except I think I only have 1 beast ball. Because it's annoying as hell to farm them. I truly wish that you could just buy them like you can in the Ultra games. One of the best things about those games, by the way, before Shiny Poipole Quest, which is what that thing is called in my brain, I need to prep something to Masuda with a Beast Ball. Because I think it'd be so cool to have something on my main team with a Beast Ball before you even get access to them in the story. Why are there weird chimes? Wayward Cave PLA. No wonder it's a nothing song. Sorry. I'm such a hater. Maybe if the game was fun, I'd hate it less. Okay, I think I'll get to 1700 and then I'll call it. Because I've been getting eepy. No fun allowed. Find my ball berries. No! No, but the thing in how you get them in this game is you either get them from the Battle Royale or the online, which no, you're not. You're not getting a lot of them. Or you make donuts that have Pokeball finding power. But the thing is, I mentioned that this is a special scan portal. That is the only way you can get 5-star portals. You can only get like Beast Balls and Dream Balls and Sport Balls and Safari Balls in the 5-star ones. So you need a max ball finding in a 5-star portal. And I'm not sure if you need to get it from the gold ball you get from doing all the missions. But that's how I got mine. I think it might give you one of each. And the problem is, especially with the battle zones, is that some of them are really hard to navigate when people are constantly aggroing you to fight. Especially if it's in a big area that's hard to navigate, which is literally all of the large areas. This is actually one of the maps that I really dislike. It's so hard to find anything. I actually had to like reset to find Cobalion because the first time I just could not find it. I thought it was going to be on the ice, but I just didn't check in this little corner. So I'm like, okay, where the fuck is it? It's not on the roofs. It's not on anywhere on the ground. It's not on the ice. Where the hell is it? It's right over there. Because Terrakion, I think, was also on the same map, but it was on a rooftop. Anyway, all the other apricorn balls aren't that hard to get because 4-star portals aren't special. You could just get them whenever. And getting Pokeball power donuts isn't the worst. And there is a way to kind of save scum what power you get on donuts, even though it's a little annoying. But it is funny how much more common knowledge loading your backup save is now. I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw people doing it to get donuts that they wanted. And the donuts look so yummy. Even though icing on a donut still sounds pretty bad. I'd eat that curry donut so fast. It got mashed potato on it. That's what it looked like to me. 641. And I still haven't seen a Lucario. I feel like I gotta be at least around odds with the Lucario. That's really surprising to me. And yes, they are changing because they're changing from alpha to non-alpha and Lucario to Riolu. I guess this is just, I'm in my over odds phase. The game said, you've had enough. You've done enough. Right, last one of the reset. We go again. Beep. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Okay, no sneeze. Hooray. Rare. Think. Imagine a warm donut-shaped croissant with curry slathered on top. The donut-shaped croissant is confusing me in my brain, but you will be glad to know that at some point they did make donut croissant curry, which is just the croissant curry, but with a donut in the middle of the curry stack in the middle. And apparently it was really good. Even though IRL, I've heard it is not so good because the butteriness of the croissant clashes with the spice of the curry. I still think I would like it. But I also have weird food tastes. And I like both croissants and curry. I don't know, just the idea of a savory donut is already a little strange enough. Like, it makes total sense. A donut doesn't have to have glaze on it. You can just put curry on it, but it is... What do you mean it's not sweet? That's so odd. No cobalion? Not even one? Oh my god. No more Gen 7 music. I want to play it so bad. Gen 7 is so cool. And it's also killing me that Sun and Moon are going to be 10 next year. Oh, I fucking remember when they came out. I remember playing them the first time. I love you, Sun and Moon. They'll never make me hate you. I'm talking about base. They'll never make me hate you, base Sun and Moon. I feel like people also really hated Gen 7 when it first came out, so of course, you know, if I had 2 nickels for Every time one of my favorite gens was really hated upon release, but then over time people realized that it was actually really good. I'd have two. But I feel like people are coming around to the Ultra games and not to base. When in my brain, they're not that different. But it could have also been influenced by the rhetoric at the time, which was these Ultra games are so similar to base Sun and Moon, why do they even exist? Which, yesn't. You could say that about most of the third versions. I think it was because it wasn't like an Emerald, but it wasn't like Black 2, White 2. They're like companion pieces. Even though Ultras definitely, like, definitively have more stuff in them. And also, they fixed SOS, which is crazy that it did not work in Sun and Moon and was not patched. Yeah, they're definitely interesting. It's just that the story is worse than base Sun and Moon. If the story was exactly the same, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon would by far and away be the better one. But the fact that base Sun and Moon's story is good, is way better than Ultra. I don't know. I can't hate Sun and Moon. Yeah, all the totems are different, I believe. Well, maybe not all of them, but most of them. There's definitely a lot of similarities, but like the story changes from what I said. The totems change. You have to do the whole Ultra Recon squad. They add in the wormholes. Ultra Necrozma, my love. Poipole doesn't exist in the other one. Dusk. Lycanroc doesn't exist in Sun and Moon. I think you can get apricorn balls in Sun and Moon, which is interesting. I don't know how you do that. I need to look up how you do that. Unless they were cheated in which case, rip. I want apricorn balls. You could definitely get beast balls though. Yeah, like I don't remember. Oh wait, there's like different mini games. There's the Mantine surfing. I don't remember the other stuff. Oh wait. This is still story, but in the end of Sun and Moon, Lily leaves the Alola region to go off on her own journey. But in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Gladion leaves. I hope we see Gladion soon. I miss him. Same with Lily, to be fair. Also, the champion changes. Well, technically not, because in both the games, the league isn't established yet and there is no champion, but like the champion battle being Kukui versus How, which I thought was a nice change. But that's an instance of not one being better than the other. They're just kind of different. But I guess I'll see more of that when I do Poipole Quest. But I want to do a good full tour of the account before I erase it. It's so weird to me that in Sun and Moon you can't see your Hall of Fame from the PC. Because I remember wanting to check it for something. But it doesn't. You have to talk to an NPC outside of the league. Why? It's so strange. Very odd decision. We're almost at 666. Huge. As excited I am to do Poipole Quest, part of me is scared because a lot of the Pokemon that I like in Gen 7 are unevolved and or weak. And just the idea of fighting Ultra Necrozma with a half unevolved team is a little scary. I'd get it done. If I, I was gonna say child, as a teenager, still kind of a kid, if I could cheese it, if I could save scum using or getting the friendship procs, I could do it again. Man, the beans in Sun and Moon are so much less cool than the Pokepuffs. Pokepuffs look so much, they look so much yummier. I get that Pokemon Me is so much more of a grind than the Pokepelago, but god damn it, I have to like Pokemon Me more simply because the Pokepuffs look yummier. Oh, we're at 667. Haha, me when I count. Beans are so much lamer. Even though it's really cool that you can like heal status conditions and you don't have to play like a billion mini games and it takes hours to get your things to max friendship. You just need a few beans. But my mini games, but my yarn bonk, that's my mini game of choice, by the way. 70, 30 more. No, 30 more after this. Yeah, I've not been counting the best. Oh well. And I keep yawning. Excellent. Hello? Hello? My stupid program. All I want is for when I get an actual microphone, for it to just be able to connect to my microphone and not to my capture card. Please. I don't understand why it does this. And it sucks because other than that, I really like this program. It's nice having a 2D image to work with and you don't have to fully rig it, but still having to have still being able to have a little bit of motion. Way less time consuming than rigging a full 3D or a full 2D model. I guess 3D model too, but I've also never worked with a 3D model. 3D rigging sounds hard, but part of me is interested in learning how to make 3D models because I think low poly stuff is really cool. I'm not sure what I would use it for. I just think it's neat. Dink dink. Oh my god, the music is so distracting. When I first turned it down, I thought, "Oh, I should next time I reload the game, I should turn down the volume immediately and save. So I'll waste like none of my donut." Didn't do that, as we can see. Well, you can't hear it, only I can hear it. Unless okay, I was gonna say, unless I've had my capture card unmuted this entire time, which would be very chaotic sound-wise, and in which case, I'm sorry. Up, almost at 80. And 680. 20 more. Yippee! Until kind of, sort of, not really, but kind of getting there. Half odds. Yay. Nyom. Go, my game. Please, I would really like to find Anne shiny today. I haven't even found a Riolu or Lucario. If I have, I haven't seen it, so that means it doesn't count. Also, the way that I run, I would have heard it. You wouldn't have heard it, I would have heard it. Yeah, that would definitely make the first. It is so interesting how they decided to do two sounds. Like, they really, really did not want people failing their shinies. Except shinies that can run away. But then they tell people to save if they hear a shiny sparkle. Sorry. I'm coping even, that they know that people really like shiny Pokemon and that they like shiny hunting. So surely that means the starters and the legendaries for Gen 10 will not be locked. Even though there is a 100% chance that they will. Wait. Shiny sounds? Ah. Yeah, there are sounds in this game. There's one if you're like kind of in the area of it, and then there's another one when you get closer and it actually like does the sparkle animation. It's interesting. And it's nice because it was in PLA, but then they took it out in Scarlet and Violet and everyone was like, "Why? Bring it back." And they did. Even I think every game, if it's going to be overworld encounters, should have the shiny sparkle sound, just for accessibility reasons. No shinies in Gen 10, that would be an incredibly bad decision for them to make. And I know the Pokemon franchise is well known for making incredibly poor and foolish decisions. I do not think that they would ever do that. That's at this point it'd be like, "Oh yeah, you can't evolve your Pokemon in this game." What the fuck do you mean I can't evolve? Okay, that's not a super apt comparison because one of them is like a core mechanic. But if they're officially recognizing that people like this and people want this, to take it out would be really stupid. Yeah, exactly. hmm Maybe they'll see how much people love hunting legendaries, and they'll put in a bunch of legendaries, and they'll all have cool little story events. Because as nice as it is to have all these just kind of smattered around the world, it is a little odd, at least with the Lotties. I don't know if you need to do this quest to unlock them, but they have a thing. They have a thing where you battle their megas, and there's a little bit of story. Not much, but a little. Okay, I lied. I'll go over 200, but only because I'm at 94 right now. Or I'll go over 700. 1,700 because, may as well finish out this reset. God, how is the year almost over? I fucking love Mystery Dungeon. Every time I hear a song, wow, one of the best games ever made. True, real, truth bomb. Also, an ad break will start in about a minute. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn down the sounds immediately. It just came and went this year. You're fucking telling me. It felt so long and yet so short. And I don't like that. Even thinking about the concept of Gen 10 is like, holy shit. Scarlet and Violet came out like 4 years ago? What the hell? Hopefully next year will be as uneventful. Don't call it uneventful. This year has been anything but uneventful. Even in February, it's like, okay, years are being shaved off of my life. This shit sucks ass. There's only one really big event I can think that I'll want to happen. And if it happens, we'll all hear about it very quickly. Here's hoping. Oh yeah, wait. One thing that I have to do, and I'm saying it right now so that hopefully I remember to do it, is that I got sent a couple of practices, like doctor practices. And I think I might be able to try and make a new appointment without a phone call, which is enormous because I hate phone calls. Oh, oh, why are you calling? You know, you can just do this through the website. Oh, why are you calling? You know, you could just do this in person. Why are you on our website when you could call us? Oh my God, none of these systems work. I hate phone calls. But anyway, gonna maybe try and do that. Because you asked me when's the last time I even did something like get a physical? I don't know. It's been years. I don't need a doctor, I need an exorcist. But having a doctor is probably a good idea. Okay, wait. I feel bad because I'll reset in the middle of ads. Meh. Who cares? I'll do one more. I'll cut it close. Wait. Peak song. An exorcist. No. Like exorcising the demons from my body. Oh yeah, wait, does anyone know how to enable like the home button? Like you double tap home and it enables Zoom. This is not the correct time to ask questions because I'm about to end. So just ignore me or type in the chat anyway because I'll still see it. Anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. We didn't find anything. Oh well. I'll still keep hunting it in my free time, and will I find it? Probably. But tomorrow, we're going to be silk songing it. Hell yeah. Speaking of exercise, I should look into morning stretches. Oh my God, wait. I kind of thought about doing the same, even though I didn't look up about what specifically to do, but I was like, "Ugh, I should really try and stretch just to hopefully maintain a little bit of flexibility. Yeah. Hopefully we'll make good progress in Silksong tomorrow. Hopefully I will find this cobalion soon after I end the stream. Okay? Good night. Bye-bye.